Welcome back to the Lifespring Age, episode 26, Search of the Mellorfield. After spending a night resting at the campsite known as the Mellorfield, the party wake up and begin to plan for the rest of their journey into Greencrest and Cadinshire. Yet before they go, they notice a child has gone missing. Trigger warning. This episode contains references and mention of missing children. Also, apologies for my poor audio quality. Everyone else is fine. I'm a bit intimate. What happened last week, guys? It was a real.
James, what did happen?
It was a ringer, yeah. So obviously last week
it was pretty heavy.
It was pretty heavy. Last week we picked up from where we left the week previous, which was Laffy walking into a pool, and because we had a couple of absences, mainly Azalea herself for the at least the first half, we did a little weird thing where the entire party was struck by this blinding light. Azalea and Risen kind of like stunned, held there for most of the session until near the end when Laffy resumed. Everyone came out of this kind of trap, but there were these shared moments between Kudo, Lou, and Wolf as they tried to help everyone come out of it, and then they went from their campsite like a little bit further into the on the path where you all, it's basically like a fantasy Butlins. That was the vibe I was going for, and I found a map for it, which I've just moved you all to now. And it's quite big. Yeah, it's a place. There's loads of little families about. You'd all taken a long rest. So with you, you've got Rusty, you've got Riptide, you've got all. You're heading off to a place called Greencrest, and this is about 3/4 of the way there from the city. You know, a good full day's travel from the city, and you've arrived at this massive camp, and you've all gone to sleep. And throughout the night, you know, I don't know if any of you have ever stayed in like a Butlins, or I'm not sure what the German. I think there is like a Euro camp. Is it called Euro? There's one of the Euro. It's basically like a holiday camp. So a holiday, so a place where you would take your family on holiday with lots of other families and stay in very small like accommodations, very basic accommodations. I'm trying to think of a better way to put it, but I think that's about it.
That's about it.
Yeah, I know they have them in Centre Parks. Centre Parks is like a version of them, but I know there is a version of them in Europe, but I just can't think what they're called.
Well, isn't England also Europe?
Yeah, I mean like a European brand. Just a European Centre Parks in France. Oh no, Centre Parks in France. Yeah, a Eurocamp. Oh yeah, it's Eurocamp. So yeah.
I've never heard of it.
I'm trying to give you.
Yeah.
You know? Do you know what I mean?
I think.
Yeah.
No, I've never heard of it.
You just call it a Pontins or a Haven, and I get it.
Yeah, we call it Pontins or a Haven or a Butlins, and it's basically a large campsite where many families go, and there is lots of opportunities for enforcement.
We were talking about dragging this out, but I wasn't think that'd be the conversation.
Yeah, I didn't think we'd get so hung up on this episode. It's sponsored by, but no. So this is like lots of.
We are not affiliated with.
We are not affiliated. We are Butlins through and through. So lots of families about, lots of campsites. You know, people travelling on the road. There's lots of merchants there. There's families travelling from the city from Haven Orel into Algadane, and families travelling from Algadane into Haven Orel. It's different people every night. Some people stay there for a little bit longer than residents, mainly merchants who are selling people, but you are having a sleep there. We had kind of left things not suddenly, but we'd like given people chance for a long rest, and I just thought, because we have Laughing, we have Azalea, and we have everyone else, but is anyone doing anything in the night that they want to throw at me as a curveball?
I'm going to leave the city, and I want to go elsewhere.
Okay.
I just want to go and start a new life.
Yeah, that's it.
Your campsite is kind of away from everyone else's on a very beautiful kind of bluff where there is a quite, so you can see the horizon and the landscape in front of you. It's very naturally beautiful. So you have a lovely place for a view. If to view, if that's something you would like to do.
Probably party with Seymour from laughing, talking on that hillside. We did that last session, so that's fine.
Yeah.
At least at the beginning of like the evening.
Yeah, that was like just before everybody went to bed. And one other thing.
You're really muffled.
Oh, am I really muffled?
Oh,
you
you're
were,
okay
you're
now.
fine now.
You were
Oh,
just
okay.
for a second.
This microphone's really unreliable. Sorry. If it does get muffly, just let me know. So yeah, you were just before you went to bed. A really weird thing happened with Rusty. As Riptide, you were kind of sat around the campfire, just having a chat, and she kind of told you this story, or she communicated this story of how she'd first got her weapon, her magical weapon. She called the Seethe. And it came with Rusty, and he'd just kind of been examining it and running his hands over it. And as he'd been mussing with it, the weapon had changed from a coral themed pike to a massive aquatic coral themed great axe. And this, it completely about the weapon, even into like the magic that kind of empowers it. And he just was very blasé about it. Just kind of didn't know that normal thing for him not to be able to do, and that was a thing that happened. So for those of you who missed it, I think. But yeah, so when you say you were leaving the campsite, was that a joke, or is that something you're actually trying to do?
It was. Don't worry.
Okay.
Abandoning everyone.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I don't know how. So
Yeah.
there were. I'm going to say 4 tents for people. 4 tents for the 7 of you. I don't know how you're going to pair up, but at some point in the, I'm assuming 1 or 2 of you are going to too much. But at some point in the night, specifically anyone who is an elf, particularly Laffy, would have noticed that after you've done your prerequisite. I don't know what Laffy fills her night with when she's not sleeping. Is she doing anything when she's not sleeping? No.
Not
In the wee small hours.
in particular. Yeah, probably just like she's got a little sketchbook. She probably would just be sketching things or tidying up around everybody, contemplating life.
Yeah. As you are kind of like just.
I think she probably just waits for everyone. Yeah. She's just like, come on, guys, wake up.
I mean, just because you need 4 hours doesn't mean you can't go back to sleep.
Yeah, I know, but I just imagine it'd be like you've had your full 8 hours, so you're fully rested, and then you're just like, well, at all.
She might start preparing food for everyone when they wake up.
Yeah, that's fine. I think she's done that before. That makes sense.
4 hours to prepare meals. Oh my god.
Yeah. So as you're pottering around doing this, that, and the other, you notice that obviously Riptide doesn't need as much sleep either. She's kind of like wandered off into the, and she's like trying out this new weapon, kind of like doing that martial art, swinging the sword about as the sunrise, like dawn warrior training. And she seems quite happy with it. She seems quite pleased with herself that she's got this thing here. But yeah, that the starts to break, the light starts to rise, and the activity in the camp seems to pick up. It's still very, very early in the morning. Normal people will be up and having breakfast, but the merchants are out, and some of the kids who are woken up by the sunlight are starting to like mill out, and the noise level is starting to increase in the campsite. And it's the morning, guys. What's going on?
Well, I'm horribly disappointed I missed seeing Riptide swelling of sword about. And I think doing the morning yoga, if anyone wants to join that in.
Yes!
Yes.
Everyone does morning yoga.
Up on the hill. I lead a full
Everybody
yoga.
like that.
I lead a full yoga.
That's why you guys are doing morning yoga.
So can you make then? Would you use athletics? Because I don't do yoga, so I don't.
Let me look at my character sheet first.
All of us are acrobatics, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, nice. Okay. She's learning.
I don't know if I have. Okay, yeah, it works great.
I just think that Wolf is just not a morning person, like comparatively to everyone else. Like she's not quite there.
I think that's completely
She's
accurate,
at a-
James.
Yeah, we've said that before.
I think that's completely accurate. Yeah, considering how bad she sleeps every night, she probably is
Yeah,
not a morning person.
Like, Wolf doesn't speak very often anyway, like, out loud, but I feel like if anybody talked to her, she'd just be like, Like, no words, just like grunts. Like,
Don't talk to on those mugs, Reese. Don't talk to me until my coffee's had a coffee.
Yeah.
But yeah, she's really cringe mugs.
She just
why
she
do you
just
make a little
slept
deck
really
save?
well, just to see if I hurt something.
No.
No, I think she's just
normal,
like,
isn't it?
yeah, 10's average, yeah. So I think she just either like slept funny on a rock or something, just having difficulty like moving slightly.
Yeah. You get the team off to a good old start. You are starting to notice that some people are like becoming more and more. You've been doing this regularly now for at least the last kind of like month and a half since you've known this group of people. Every morning you've been doing your yoga poses. Time that Azalea finally gets proficiency in acrobatics.
Wow,
Nice.
that's cool.
But one of the two, you can have proficiency in one of the two.
I have it in
permanently.
athletics
Or-
already from her background, so
Okay, well, in acrobatics, and you get proficiency, or I tell you what, either have proficiency in acrobatics or expertise in athletics.
I think
I love an expertise. I think expertise is great.
I do love an expertise. I'm like, do I want her to be more well-rounded or just good at yeeting stuff?
You
I
have
think
us
eating
to
could be quite
cover your.
What's Azalea's strength? It's not that high, is
Her
it?
strength is low, but she has proficiency in
Okay.
athletics.
Yeah. So by that,
No, I
so,
think
mean,
I'll go with acrobatics because
I think if she took
that'd be
athletics,
better.
she'd be the most athletic member of like the player character part.
the player characters for sure. Yeah. I'd say for Rusty's gonna.
Isn't
he's
Rusty
gonna try
also
acrobatics.
athletic?
Rusty,
Well, that's
Rusty's
player
super
characters.
athletic.
Rusty's
Yeah.
fucking beefy.
Oh wow!
Nice.
And he's, you know what? For a little kobold, he's got stubby arms and legs. He's doing it. He's
He does the
really getting learned. The downward kobold.
downward kobold. Yeah, I was trying to think of a better
Yeah.
one. I couldn't think of anything.
No, that's literally the only one I know. Yeah,
Yep.
Namaste or Yanasti, whatever. But you go. So Laffy's been preparing breakfast. Riptide joins in. Everyone has a good stretch, apart from Wolf, who is very much like at the uncooked sausages, trying to will them into cooked form. This is just like anytime anyone speaks to her, I'm just assuming that it's just like there's just hatred behind me, just like absolute loathing until she's had that breakfast.
You know, when someone's trying to be really patient, and Laffy's like, "Do you want some breakfast?" And Wolf's like, "Yes, that would be wonderful.
Yes, please."
Thank you."
That would be fantastic. She's like, "Well, I'm just going to go wash the pots." No, you don't have to do them from a dirty dish. I'll eat them off the floor.
It's like
if you just give me a
gritted
fork
teeth.
or a stick or something, I can just.
Yeah.
But yes, by this point, the campsite is alive with noise. There are people, the people milling about, people packing down the tents already. Presumably for it. You guys don't have nearly far. That doesn't make sense. You guys don't have nearly as far to travel. So if you like, you can take it slightly easier. You're packing the tents down. There's a milling around. You guys are on a slight rise anyway. And as you just kind of, I don't know, I quite like having to interact with them. If I'm at an airport or a train station, I just quite like watching them mill about. If you just cast your eye. People
Lou's definitely
I don't
doing
say
that.
Heard, but like the ripples and the waves of how they just walk through each other and stuff. And so you're eating your bait and whatever it is you've got for breakfast, and you cast in an eye over the life of the campsite. So there's children running around screaming, throwing water at each other. There's patrol the children. People have lost stuff. People have like broken stuff, and there are like old hands who are really good at handling their camping life of the campsite, kind of like on the route out for you guys. There's this small gathering that started to form. When I say small, I stood kind of around these like handful of figures that seem to be holding their attention or communicating with them, and every so often like a little group breaks off. or immune to this number isn't fixed. It's around 20, between 15 and 30 people, as people come and go. But there seems to be some kind of congregation or something going on in the middle of the campsite as you start to break down.
Wolf eating her breakfast would sit on the edge of that the hillside that their camp was on, and just watching or listening to whatever's happening over there.
They'd be too far away to hear the word a screaming match, but
okay.
They look like
so you guys are here. They would be here, which is let's call it 200 feet away.
Okay. So in that case, she would go closer. In that case, she would go closer. I just picturing this map, but
this isn't quite captured. I'll try to zoom it out a bit. It's quite a big. Imagine there's probably 700 people here, for in terms.
Okay. Yeah.
And stuff. Big. This is an established place. So if you eating your croissant or whatever it is, as you walk closer, you notice that it seems to be crowd, even though it tends to swell and wane. There are a few people who are seemingly caught on, and it seems to be a religious, similar to what you saw in Haven or. And it's kind of unheard of to hear of clerical parties coming out into the wilds to do things for the uncivilized masses that live out now. But it's not the most normal of things to see them here. It maybe this is a change. They're trying to drum up some new followers or whatever. But a handful of miscellaneous priests in these kind of white and vaguely off purple, very light purple robes. Light purple with this sun motif on their chests, and it's similar to the Pelor, and the colour is not the same as Pelor's. This is very bright yellows. This seems to be a blue on white with purple background. You would recognise these as the New Dawn that you've seen in Haven Oral, and they are interspersed with them. They are a real mishmash of races. There are a couple of dwarfs, because they are the most virulent of all the races in D&D, a handful of half-elves, and a couple of dragonborn.
Okay, I would just be listening to them.
So what you hear as you walk closer is there's small breakers. The main priest has a cup of coffee, sees some new people in a few minutes to get ready, and he kind of opens his arms and kind of gestures them all closer, and he speaks out in this clear, ringing voice that. Got a slight to it. It's dear friends and seekers of the New Dawn, today we come together to explore the guiding light that is art of having those most precious. The New Dawn represents a beacon of hope, unity, and divine blessing. Let us reflect on how we can share these profound beliefs, attract new members to our loving congregation. And there's the general murmur of, I wonder what this guy's got going on. And as he's doing this, his shaking hands and speaking to people, and trying to bring more people into this core group. Before we dive in too much, someone else doing? Ooh. Hello, I lost you.
Well,
With
yeah.
a completely uninterested expression on my face.
Okay.
I think blissfully unaware and delving into breakfast.
Yeah, I'm also focusing on getting breakfast.
Probably piling food onto Rusty's plate. Make sure you eat stuff.
I think Rusty may have actually gone over with Wolf. He would probably eat raw sausages if you give him the opportunity. So he's not bothered about how cooked it is, and would just swallow it whole like a baby owl. So he's.
Jen, can I ask something?
Maybe. Mm-hmm.
When you start speaking, I'm not going to be able to write this all down because you're speaking, so I hope you can send it to me afterwards.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
Thank you. I tried and I just failed immediately.
No, that's all right. I could speak faster if you wanted me to, but I presume you don't, so I won't. But as you,
Thanks.
Oh yeah, the opposite of fixing the problem.
Yeah, I will make the problem worse. As you and Rusty head off into this crowd, and I do apologise, by the way, at the second delay from me, maybe you hearing my audio or me hearing your response. It's quite a noticeable delay. I don't know how to fix it.
Yeah, it is a bit.
Oh well, yeah. Take that on the chat. But yes, so As you and Rusty are there, he is kind of just not following you. He's just there with you.
I'll just keep an eye on him.
Yeah. The followers of New Dawn, especially the Dragonborn, seem to make quite a fuss of him.
Okay.
In what way?
Well, you're not there, but for Wolf...
Well, James, hey James, in what way?
In what way? Yeah, as I said, rust kobolds are very rare. Super, super rare. It's like less than 1 in 100. It's more like 1 in 1,000, maybe 1 in 5,000 kobolds are born rusty. And they, very, very rare. And when they pop up, they're kind of like... the assumption is like they're going to be like the leader of the pack or the clan or whatever you call a group of kobolds. It isn't always genetic. Sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't. They generally are, because they're so rare, levitate to the top. Some people go their whole lives without seeing one. It's I don't know. I'm trying to think of something I'm thinking about. I don't really think I want to make a racial allegory, so I'm not going to. And so it's just imagine a very, very and with green eyes, someone with like shot green, like bright green eyes, are very rare.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that. Meeting someone with eyes so green that you notice it across the room. That's like what we are. But obviously we don't make a big fuss of people with green eyes. But anyway, they are making a small fuss of him, asking.
You guys don't.
You guys should make a fuss.
Rusty is there. He's but the Dragonborn. So there's two Dragonborns. There's one silver Dragonborn and there's one blue Dragonborn. Silver, obviously,
metallic
Dragonborn, not at each other's throats. They just appear to be two Dragonborns, and they are making a real fuss of Rusty, asking him where he's from. Where he's been, where he's going, who's he with, is he got family with him?
Can I, while they were doing, sort of, I'd see that happening, so I'd be paying attention for Rusty specifically while listening. So I'd see that happening and sort of go up and she'd be like, excuse me, is something wrong? Just in their heads.
They look around, oh, nothing's wrong. I've never encountered a rust kobold before, and of fascinating creatures. We're just trying to have a little conversation with a little man.
Right. Can I insight this person?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. My passive is 16, but I will. 24.
24. Like super patronizing, weird, very interested as well. Like probably more than he's probably trying to hide how interested he is in like this. So that could be.
Well, can I get a sense of maybe why is he like does this guy have weapons on him? Is he
weapons? I'll let you know that he has like a traveling weapon, like he will have like a club or a mace to keep away, but he's not like holding it. But it's very
well, James. One of my special skills is to see if someone's hiding an object.
Okay, you can add that to it if you want.
I don't know if that would apply here, but.
I'd ask you to roll an investigation if that was the case. Whoa, a 9. So I think we did quite well.
So, perception, investigation.
Let's go with investigation because you're specifically looking for something.
20.
So
11 plus 9.
You don't see any evidence of hidden weapons, so you don't see like a bulge of a dagger or anything like that. There is definitely a pouch. Most likely from the size of it and from the position of it, you would assume it would be like a precious things pouch, so gold or something akin to that. There is also like his pockets have things in them they could be rolls of paper. It could be Werther's original. It's hard to tell, but like it doesn't look like he's hiding any secret weapons. But the vibe you get with that high insight, if these guys talking to Rusty for too long, they might ask him whether or not he wanted candy out of their van, kind of thing.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna say very close to Rusty, like maybe even like a hand on his shoulder. Is any of the group nearby, within 60 feet?
I'd say no. If they're all at the Like they're about 150 feet away. Like eating, they could probably just see you talking to two nice men, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. 1 second. So, yeah, okay. I'm just trying to read something. Yeah, okay. I'm just going to be. There's no way I can get them. So yeah, I'm just gonna like not seeing this. I'm not gonna leave Rusty's side. I'm just gonna be like very, almost like overprotective, just to make sure nothing happens.
So it's just doing it out by these guys' ears. Oh, not very. He was about to tell them everything he knew. Like he was literally about to give them his like for these nice guys came up to me and they asked me all these questions.
In Rusty's head, just sort of while I'm looking at those guys and like looking over them, in Rusty's head, I'm saying, "Do you want to go and find Laffy? I think she's making another round of food."
Oh, yeah, sure. Oh, can I bring her back over here, or should I stay with her?
Maybe stay over there and maybe tell her about the nice people you met, the two Dragonborn, and how they were very interested in you.
Okay. He kind of waddles off high speed, and we'll come back to him in a moment.
I just want, as he walks off, I do just like watch him walk off. Like I make sure I see him the entire way.
Bear with me 1 second.
And like if I lose his, like if I lose him, I will like follow.
Okay. Okay, that's fine. Two, I suppose. Are you trying to hide that you're watching him?
No, I mean if I see those two people moving or anyone moving to go him, I'm going to follow.
No, what I mean is he's gone off. Those two guys are standing there. One of them's very intently watching him where he's going. Not that intently. That's maybe watching where he's gone off. You trying to stealth that you're watching him walk off to, or what's the vibe?
No, I'm making it clear to them that I am watching, and like
that's fine.
Almost giving that like if you do something, I will do something. That sort of vibe.
Yeah. That's fine. He gets away. The silver dragonborn like says, "This is a fascinating. Hello, my name is Brother John. Jonathan, what a wonderful morning.
The Silver Dragonborn.
This is the Silver Dragonborn. Are you going to be joining our congregation for or
Possibly, but we do have things we need to get to, just while everyone's getting ready.
Well, I'm sure that the father will be beginning soon. It won't take. It brings you.
If I might ask, what is No, I just sort of like if he tries to push me towards it, I'm like moving away, and I just want to ask him. Don't put your hands on me. I was just wondering what's the speech about? What's the sermon about?
Well, it's obvious time we cater to the audience. However, I believe this morning's was going to be around the power of unity, finding purpose and service, and the main attraction of the religion is about the wish fulfillment, the wishing on the morning star, that dispels all shadows and brings light into our. He says with a big shit-eating grin on his face.
Yeah. So, do you worship the sun? Is it Pelor? Is it something similar?
Oh no, not Pelor. The Visiting Dawn is a very new religion. We're profound and transformative paths. It's almost a reimagining of the ancient religions, rather than to all of your time in worship, to elevate those around you as a single being of collective, to cast off the selfishness and act as one unit, to elevate, and then from there we can ascend to worship levels, selflessness, unity, and then when we have finally reached those divine levels, that we are free from those shackles that we have left behind, then our wishes can be granted.
Great. Well, have a good day. I might listen in, but I'm not sure.
He kind of nods. He's going to try. I know that you are displeased with his presence. And with a 17, I mean, presumably you're not
Do you
trying
want me
to hide it.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah. She's
yeah,
being pretty open.
Yeah, he realizes his time could be better spent elsewhere, and drifts off to talk to other people in the crowd.
Yeah, and the next thing Wolf would do is to start walking off. But yeah,
Okay.
walking back to the group, the camp.
So the sermon, kind of like as you walk away from it, you like capture, you hear like the last kind of, in the New Dawn faith, we believe in the extraordinary selflessness, as it is written in the sacred texts of the New Dawn. In the collective light, we find our true selves as shadows are dispelled. Creation embodiment, and it just becomes like Charlie Brown adults talking noise in the background, and then you are back to the group minute or two. You're not that far away.
Yeah.
Rusty is eating bagels, plural.
Everything okay?
Did Rusty mention anything?
Did Rusty mention anything?
He would have not understood the urgency, but he told you about two nice men who had all these questions for him.
He said he met two men who were very interested
In Laffy said, well, the two men were two Dragonborn, Silver and Blue.
Yes.
They were very forthright with their questions and were very interested in him. So they seem to be members of the New Dawn. I'm saying that to the DM. Yeah.
Yes.
And I think they are slightly too interested. So once everyone's ready, I think we should get going quickly.
Okay.
Is everything all right? That just like to everyone else now. Is everything going well? Everyone almost ready?
Yeah.
Almost ready,
Really
just doing some maintenance on my weapons. Louis using the whetstone she got to, sharpen stuff.
I think Laffy would just start, like, not panicked, but, like, very quickly, like, packing things away. Like, maybe Rusty's still eating his bowl, and she's like, alright, that's enough, let's go.
Yeah, Wolf would help pack up, but, like, keep an eye out on anyone coming too close.
You notice kind of at a packed hour, depending on how quickly we're doing it, about 15 minutes into that wrap-up activity, you would see that the congregation seems to what they were doing, and is like themselves packing up and dispersing. Not all of them are leaving in the same direction. Some are going one, towards the exit. Some are going presumably to the tents. Some are already like way on the road, kind of thing, heading deeper into Algadane.
Cool. Just not take a, but like as everything disperses, Wolf just looks out for the people in the specifically two Dragonborns, but anyone in the New Dawn robes, just to make sure, just to see if anyone's looking at them, anyone's casing them.
No one appears to be casing you. You can make a perception check. I've given you the answer, but if you can erase that from your mind.
14. My passive is
14,
16.
you don't see anyone.
So.
Yeah, you don't see anyone.
Okay.
I say the dispersed, kind of like, I won't use the word scattered, but they don't all go to one way, and the crowd just like goes off to wherever they were going. And so some further into Algadane, some have gone back into the campsite, some are like loitering around near the exit, that kind of thing.
Okay. Cool. No one nearby though. It's like no, like obviously I'm looking for priests mainly, but like anyone too close.
No.
Okay. Then you just have back up.
Wonderful. So I say it takes about half an hour to an hour. Everybody's ready. Really happy and willing between her and Rusty to carry the majority of the stuff. The tents were here gratis, so it's literally just like picking up, got everything. Nothing's been left behind, and after that kind of allotted amount of time, you're ready to hit the road again. And as you kind of are, there's a normal. The campsite's very, very busy. Can you all please make me perception checks?
Perception.
Ooh. Are we looking out for anything specific? Like,
Okay, that's
18 and 16. Okay. There does seem to be a certain amount of unorganized chaos that Laffy and especially Lou, you notice. You've travelled, you kind of like have spent a lot of time moving about. You know, you've been in like, you slept in campsites, you slept in like doorways, you've kind of slept anywhere that you can like long or dry. I mean, preferably it would be a well, but you know, a tent will do just fine in a pinch. There's an element of like some people are clearly new to this, and you pick up as you're walking out of the campsite, Lou, that some people are very, like I say a handful, I mean like 3 or 4 people seem to be particularly worried or searching for stuff kind of across a whole campsite. Like as you'll walk, you'll see the same kind of 3 or 4 people dashing about, like frantically looking for stuff, kind of in the distance, like middle
like
distance.
they've lost something?
Does that include the dragonborn that Wolf just saw?
No. So these would be let's go for some Goliaths. Let's say a small group of Goliaths.
Okay. Do they seem worried about, like, are they glancing towards other people or outside the camp?
Both. They make an insight check.
Oh.
Okay. It's very.
Yeah, I'll use my advantage. Oh my god.
Okay,
Still better.
Yeah, 14's okay. 14's okay. So you can tell that they are, as they're running around, it seems, even though it's like chaotic kind of looking, they are all one unit that's presumably looking for the same thing. As they're running out a name over and over again.
Like a person's gone missing?
Yeah.
What's the name?
That would be a parent.
Can you spell that?
P-E-R-I-N-T. Parent.
Okay.
But it's not like blind.
I don't know
panic
if
for
this
everyone.
holds true for this world. Sorry?
I was going to say, it's not like there's blind panic. Like, everyone's in a field of, say, maybe 700 people. 3 people are running around shouting his name. There are other people who are, like, just getting on with a normal life. It's like these 3 people who are looking for this 4th-person parent.
Yeah. I don't know if this holds true for the lore of this world, but in Dungeons and Dragons, different races have like different themes about how they name their children, people.
Mm-hmm.
Can I make a history check to see if I like recognize like the type of culture that this name would come from?
Yeah, sure. I mean, these are Goliaths, these are giant. So you would be an excellent person to know because you are from the dragon. You're from the giant lands. So you'd like to make a history check. Okay, 22. Parent is a not super common, but then not wildly unusual name, like a female name in the Goliath culture. It is a short name that would like affectionately be like princess or something like that. Parent is a condensed like how my daughter's name is, that kind of thing. So it would be a shortened version of a much longer name, and parent would be a girl's name.
Okay. Guys,
Yes.
it looks
Yeah.
like a female giantkin or Goliath is missing. We might want to keep an eye out in case we, see
Should we-
something.
You don't
them?
trust them? Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to risk anything happening with the Dragonborn if we stay longer.
I think. Let me.
I just
Would you
point them out towards the group.
Yeah. Would you like to? I'm gonna go up and ask. If anyone wants to join me. Wolf just starts to go over to the closest Goliath.
They obviously quite difficult to pin them down. They are moving about a lot.
Well, Wolf can, as long as she's within 60 feet, it can see them.
They're not like trying to avoid
Yeah.
you, but like once it's also it's one of those things that when they see that they would probably like come to you and be like, "Oh, wait, that's not Goliath's voice. Are you here from the? Are you here from? Are you here to help us look?"
What we just one of the party saw you we're looking for someone, I assume. Someone?
Yes, our daughter Parent, have you seen her? She's about yay high. And kind of gestures to someone probably half a foot taller than Laffy. So quite tall. This person is, taller than Riptide. It's a Goliath, a massive. Goes without saying, absolutely huge.
You mean half foot taller than Laffy is like 5'5"?
Yeah, 5 gestures to someone significantly shorter than them. Obviously not as tall as you, not as tall as Riptide, but the Goliath in front of you is I would say middle age, like a adult Goliath, about 7 foot tall, broad as a building, panicky looking around. He just 5 height, and he goes, "Yes, our little parent. Have you seen her? You said so. You're not here from the campsite.
From which campsite?
You're not a member. You're not a employee. You've not been brought here. Sorry, my words are not working. I'm panicking. You are here to help, right?
Just breathe.
We can help.
If we can help, we will.
Well, Parent is this tall, and he again 5 foot. Goliath, you would probably recognize her. And he says she has very distinct markings, like curls under her eyes, and long, dark red hair. And he kind of like does a symbol and then ends it around himself is egg bald.
Okay.
We haven't seen her.
When's the last time you saw her?
This morning she had breakfast and then we were packing down and she went to get water and then she didn't come back. We thought, maybe she's still at the water, but she wasn't there. So we've seen her and we need to leave, but obviously we can't leave without her. And we just hope that nothing has happened to her.
Does she have anything that she'd have with her that she carries around?
No, she left her bag in her tent. She has her clothes. She has.
What was she? What was she wearing?
She has a necklace, I suppose.
Actually, yeah. Okay. What does the necklace look like? What was she wearing?
So for her clothes, and he just goes on to describe very basic, just brown trousers, brown shirt, very indistinct. But the necklace is a little bit of time on.
Would I be able to use locate object to try and find the necklace that she's wearing if they described it to me?
So can you post the wording of that spell?
I remember for objects you have to see it. Or...
I can.
You have to know what they look like.
It says
object is familiar.
Familiar to you, but if somebody describes, I don't know. I'm trying to figure out if there's a way.
To the Goliath, can you draw something? Can you draw the necklace?
Okay, can you make a persuasion check? He is wondering why you're asking him to draw a picture what he's doing.
You just say, we know the spell locate object, but we need...
It also says, alternatively, the spell can locate the nearest object of a particular kind, such as jewellery. So if it was a specific kind of jewellery, like it had a gem or something in it, I could do it that way.
Persuasion 2.
It's Wolf, what do you expect?
Can I have a go?
Yeah.
You don't have advantage, remember that.
Me, I know. I just always roll twice.
Jesus Christ.
Yes!
So Wolf's
Damn.
draw me this neck, bro, no. Luffy, what is it you
No, Wolf doesn't say she's just nervous about it because there's a child missing.
Luffy just bats her eyelids
Luffy just, pretty please.
Wolf doesn't go fucking draw me this necklace, you...
You big twat.
She's just nervous about a child being missing. It's probably also unnerving to have someone speaking.
Laffy would probably just say something like, "We're just trying to help," and then that would be the persuasion thing.
We know a character by you who would throw money at people and say, "Do it."
He didn't do that. He just threw money at a person.
It's stuck with us for a long time.
That was 2 years ago.
You just when we sat on top of a caravan and winging ball bearings at people.
That's not what happened.
Yes, it is.
There were two separate moments. One of them at the start, I was sitting on a caravan. That was a separate point. And then as we were leaving, he like threw money at someone, and everyone thought like chucking it at them. No, he was just like throwing it to give them money. He wasn't like lobbing it at them like a weapon.
Nah, that's those are lies.
This shit was 2.5 years ago. I'm gonna leave
yeah.
still. I'm gonna go. I'm just.
He, you know, you're obviously he's the glade art is melted by Laffy's, I don't know, charm, let's call it.
Flicks hair.
Laffy's dripping riz, and she.
Oh God!
Okay.
He ruined it.
Ruined it. Okay. So he goes. Okay, I'm not an artist. I don't have a character sheet for this guy, so I'm going to roll d20, and he's going to try and draw it.
Oh, okay. Decent.
11. So he does like an okay renditioning of a very generic-looking necklace, and he like I'm assuming you give him a sheet of paper and a pen to it, and the gem in the center of it is there's clearly like some kind of pendant on there that he's not quite captured. And he that it's meant to be a tree. You look at it, you don't see a tree there at all. You thought it was an octopus kind of thing. Woo 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 woo. And
Rusty.
Yeah, Rusty, shut up.
Question: Can I, looking at his picture and listening to his description, can I draw my own version of it and show it to him and say, "Is this more accurate?"
Let me just see how good his description was.
Because then it would be a clearer picture.
So, okay, he tried to a check. That's what the d20 was for a 3. He's fine. It's one of those things that if you see it every single day on somebody and you don't examine it,
Yeah.
he kind of just gives like he's not even quite sure the color of it. You could try, but his it would be a check with disadvantage.
Can I roll for something?
Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
You can try the artist tools or something like that, but you would have to roll with disadvantage because his description of it is lacking.
Painter's supplies. We'll do
Like wisdom, dex, or intelligence.
and so I have to do it twice, don't I?
Yeah. Not
It's about to be worse.
Same.
11. So it's like
It's just the exact same.
he looks at it. It's basically a more detailed version of his, and as he's looking at it, it's like, there's something wrong with it. If it's the pendants in the wrong shape or too big, I'm sorry, it's not the right. It's not there. It's not the one.
It's okay. It's okay. I can try. Anyway.
Yeah. You would know before you cast the spell. Like you could have a look for that specific thing from his description that it might not come back with anything.
It's
or
not
you can be
specific
very
enough.
general, and get back, Christmas tree lights, for a better word. Like lights everywhere.
Well, it
Because
says
would
the
be
spell can locate the nearest object of a particular kind, such as a certain kind of apparel, jewelry. So could I locate a necklace with a tree pendant?
I just got a payment thing that I just had a PayPal email.
Yeah, we're paying you to allow us to do this.
No. I just
I thought that was
someone.
Sliding money over, like, shh, just let it be, just let it happen.
This is a bribe.
I've still not unsubscribed from you. Right, okay.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's alright, I keep forgetting about it. I'll do it later. So a pendant with a tree on it. Bear with me, I need to find out if there anybody else with a pendant with a tree on it.
Oh dear.
Probably a druid.
87 people.
No, that's a D100. There's 87% of the people in the campsite. no, it's not.
What?
There are,
So,
Don't work that out.
It's 500.
You get like bombarded with notifications.
No, it's fine. It's I'm not going to tell you what that number means.
609 people.
Yeah, I wasn't far off. So yeah, you can do that. You know that though. It's basically go one or two ways. You can go specific and run the risk of nothing coming back, even if it's within the area because it's not right, or general, being able to get a reliable answer because it's all and sundry. But you don't know how many people are wearing tree necklaces.
That's what I mean. I think I'm going to go for the particular kind. So just search for the, a tree necklace. See what happens.
Okay. So you cast that spell, and let's do a look check. Okay. So as you are casting it, that's what did the was 11. What was I just doing? Okay. So as you 1,000 feet, it's about 300 meters, isn't it?
1,000 feet's not very far.
No. Yeah, it's just over 300 meters, which doesn't encompass the entire park, like the entire campsite, by I mean, even in radius. So like if you were to stand in the middle, 300 meters either side, we need it's like a kilometer across. It's massive. So, but it is a spell that you can concentrate on. I think not an instantaneous spell. I think you can hold it.
It lasts for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
So when you kick it off, you don't get anything. But you would also know the size, if she is outside on the other side of the water box kind of thing, you wouldn't be able to find her because she's outside the range as well. But you don't get anything back.
I feel like Laffy would just, like a bloodhound, just start walking around the camp.
As I feel the grab which one, just 1 second. Excuse me. What number one? What's your name?
Mapson.
Absolutely. And which way is the water that she went to go and get?
He gestured the middle of the park here.
Okay.
So the middle area in this kind of slightly raised. There's some kind of spring or something. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. I think that's a good place to start. Just saying to everyone who's been listening.
Laffy veers, starts turning towards it.
Are you encouraging
I will
them to stay with you, by the way?
I mean, we don't really have a way to contact him if we find the child.
He is like over than 90% of the people here. Now you've seen him, you could very easily find him again. And you look over, there's another younger looking Goliath kind of doing what he was running around shouting, and then there's there's a woman as well about the same age as Epsom who's still a good,
also
she's
well, since most of the not giants Goliaths are searching for the girl, I think there's not really a problem. If we find her, we just bring her back to one of the searching Goliaths, and
it's
since they are Goliaths.
Yeah. Just to remind you, in Alcadane, it's quite unusual to see a giant kin here. It's not that they're not welcome.
Yeah.
Everything's kind of been buried, but it's unusual.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think you guys. You've been in the city. You've seen loads of Goliaths about. It's one for you guys who live out in the sticks. It would be unusual for. But in terms of what you guys do now, you head over to the water. It'll take 2 minutes on the way there. No pings. You get there. No pings.
Can I look around the area? I'm sort of looking at the ground, seeing if there's any say footprints, because there's probably hundreds.
Loads.
The
ground is
any signs of, I don't know, I would say any signs of a struggle, any weird dampness, from someone going in the water or coming back out, looking around for tracks, things like that.
Can you make a survival check?
I can. Oh my god!
Ooh,
I'll use
that one. That is
well, Well, the first one didn't count, but
Yeah, I know, it's a rough line, isn't it?
I'll use advantage on that.
Okay.
Not much fucking better.
No,
It's way better.
As
That's
you're
true.
walking up there looking for like evidence of foul play or whatever, there is like splat everywhere. But you look up, there are just dozens of people dragging tents, knocking things over, people screaming at the kids to stop messing about. You know, it's a campsite. It's heaving. Like you really struggle here to find anything to indicate what's happened.
Mm-hmm.
I'll go to the outsides of the camp and see if I can notice anything out of place in like the surroundings of the camp.
Can you make an investigation check, please?
Yes.
And when you say the outsides, do you mean like the main exit, or like the surroundings, like the bit, I can't think of the word, like the borders of it? The
like
fence?
this part, like the outside.
Okay. You look over there. There's like a main road that goes by and past this place. That has effectively now as losing people to this road. It's like hemorrhaging people on this road, and they're going left or they're going right into we're going to use the word wilds, very loose, long grass, and like the occasional flower. There's nothing there that you see as unusual. It's just long grass, as far as you can see with the 21.
Okay. Yeah. Guys, I don't think she is outside of the camp, if that makes sense. I didn't see anything out of place.
There's just too many bodies. I don't know what to look for.
I'm trying to decide whether or not to do something because it might be really stupid.
Bible?
Yeah. So we have like.
Does that say that out loud?
No.
Okay.
You would see her you would see the cogwheels turning in her brain though.
Laffy, are you thinking about something?
Mm-hmm. Do we have like cooking supplies with us? Because obviously we were at the camp, so would we have like a pan?
I still have ham and cheese sandwiches.
Yeah, they are stale at this point. They are 2 days old. No.
What's the child's name that we're looking for?
Parent.
Parent.
Yeah.
So what she's going to do is she's going to find the nearest surface or like raised platform, like maybe like a cart or something. She's going to climb on top of it and she's going to take out a metal pan and a wooden spoon, and she's just going to start banging this pan to get everyone's attention.
Okay, can you make a persuasion check? Or actually, no, performance, please.
Oh God, okay.
Okay.
Oh, nice. Okay.
There's a lot going on. I'm from we said about 750 people. Let's see how many people we have left. You've got 190. So at this point,
can I use prestige? Can't speak that spell. Can I use it to like give sparks around her so she's standing out?
Yes.
Look here.
If you want to roll again with
here.
advantage, yeah. So if you get a high number
for performance.
Yeah. Because you've been assisted with Azalea's.
Oh, hey! Thank you, Azalea.
So like, if it isn't the banging they hear, it's the sparks that they see. Of 100, more than half of the people in this campsite when you opened this morning have already left. It's like mid-morning at this point. You can clearly see, like, you can see individuals, and the Goliaths are like frantic. But as you say, you jump up on top of this thing here, right in the center, you're able to attract.
I feel like she'd immediately get nervous because all eyes would be on her, and she'd be like, "Oh, I didn't think this through." Hi.
Just looks at Laffy and she says, like,
you hear,
just like,
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. We're looking for a little big missing child. Goes by the name of Parent. Has anybody seen a Goliath child anywhere?
There are blank looks back up at you.
This is kind of important, guys. You wouldn't be pleased if one of your children went missing.
Is that a threat?
Anyone? No, it's just, they kind of just stood there and gawping at her, and she's like, guys, there's a kid missing. Maybe.
So, what you're doing is you have got up at Piccadilly Circus and you've shouted that out, and some people are turn around, but you can see like everyone around is either individuals stood by themselves as like traders, or people who are clearly going somewhere, or small groups, and they're looking around. They are like they don't even know where to begin looking. You could like face to face see almost everyone left in the campsite at this stage. Like you could.
She's wearing a necklace with a tree on it.
You hear from, like a noise in the background.
Looking around at any of the faces.
She'd look so desperate at this point. You'd be like, please.
Yeah. You hear a shout like, and you wouldn't see where it came from, kind of like in the middle of the crowd. Have you checked the well? Kind of thing. Have you checked all the tents? Have you checked your ass?
Say they check the well. All stags of that guy.
Lou is going to begin to search places where she would hide if she wanted to like hide from someone.
Oh, the well.
Yes.
That one place.
Yeah. You can make an investigation check if you like.
Good old well. Always works.
Well.
You don't see anything. I mean, well, I say you don't see anything. You find like at the bottom of the well, you see like something glinting. And you peer a bit closer. It looks like people have been chucking coins in, making wishes and chucking coins.
I'm just gonna dive in.
Okay. First of all, making wishes is for idiots, and they don't deserve their money. And I go down the way, take the money.
You find 3 copper.
Nice. It's completely worth it. I don't even care about the child anymore.
Can someone? That's the most loose sentence, right?
Is there a lid that we can put on top of this well?
Yeah.
So the well is a bust. You see the Goliaths down to like checking, lifting, and opening boxes and stuff. They are getting frantic. They are following any little lead they can. Oh, we think we saw your daughter last night with you by the trees, and they'll run over to the trees, kind of thing.
I feel like Laffy would just like put her head in her hands and be like, and then like take out her staff that's like probably like on her back, and then you just see her like point it to the sky as she casts Skywrite and basically puts out like an Amber Alert for this child. I don't know what it would say though. I think it would say something like missing child, parent, Goliath, and then like maybe a few words, because it's 10 words.
25 words.
No, it's 10 words.
Oh, it's 10.
Yeah.
Jesus.
And it lasts for an hour, I'm trying to figure out what the words would be that enough people would see it and go, oh, okay. Because if she just puts like SOS, it's like, well, that's in the sky. Where are we going to help? So it would have to be like a physical description.
This place does have a name. I just didn't. It was because I hadn't decided what it was. Let's call this place.
Biggity Camp.
This would be like you. Like this is not a tourist spot, but this is like a well-known spot. And let's call it the Mellorfield. Like that one word, Mellorfield. Like that. Oh my god, I can't type shit. Oh fucking hell! That, but with an L in it, F in it. Mellorfield, like that. It would be anyone mentioning Mellorfield would know this place instantly. Like that is the name of the place. It's like one
the
of
Disney
the
of
so maybe like I'm trying to count the words: Goliath, child, missing, Mellorfield,
Return to Mellorfield,
parent, and then I've got 5 more words.
You think about that. What are the rest?
Freaking out.
100 gold reward.
No. It's not.
That's gonna get people moving. Laffy's got the gold,
Yeah.
and she just wants to help. So 100 gold reward. Please help. That's 10
Waste
words.
of money, I tell you.
You got 3 copper. Shut the fuck up.
I get 100 gold. Wait, if Lou finds it, she gets the. Okay, I'm searching prices hard now.
So what Lou's doing is she's just
I'll type
passing
the
around
thing.
money.
So it's You guys keep talking because I'm slow.
Yeah.
Does anyone?
You're like a
I'm actually quite fast at typing when I know what I'm typing,
Okay.
but I have to count, and the combination is not great.
Does anyone seem?
Scanning my
Does
tablet.
anyone start looking around?
Oh, I mean, like, it's not that the group, the people she spoke to, full, and also Skywrite takes like a minute or 10 minutes to cast. I can't remember what.
I think it's a minute.
It's a minute.
Tell
So
you,
you
hang on.
can't. It's not that they're not incentivized to do it. It's just like they're looking for something in effectively an empty room that has already been set.
James, casting time's an action, but it's also a ritual.
Oh, there you go. So you can. Oh, I think the first half it's an accident. So she boofs it into the air.
Yeah.
What does that look like? I know you had a flavour for this.
Well, it's daytime, so it's kind of difficult because the main thing was going to be that she did it out of constellations, which I thought was really cute. But it's there's no stars in the sky right now.
What star in the sky? Just the sun.
Yeah, she just molds the sun. No, you would just see like this beam of light come from her staff, and then the clouds in the sky would like very slowly like shift into the letters. It's probably the best way that I can describe it. Again,
the clouds morph and like the shafts of light shoot in from the skim the text like it's written in glow in the dark paint. So it's really noticeable for an hour.
Yeah.
As I say, people are incentivized and looking to gold. That's like if they need it, but most of them didn't. Most of these people are like, normal, good people.
But this is more for people outside of the camp.
Yeah.
Maybe the ones that have like left.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think
like,
she's inside the camp. I think we should look out, like into the forest or whatever.
At that point, I think locate object would fade. That would be an adequate amount of time.
Yeah.
10 minutes. That's dropped. You notice as you kind of around, there are people who have left the camp who didn't hear your plea for help, who are pointing. You know this can be seen possibly for miles.
Yeah.
But you have no idea what's going on with this girl.
Which direction are we going in? Like, if we were
You
to
are
go
going-
to Greencrest.
So you will come out of the campsite and turn left.
Okay.
If you want, I can like scout northeast for a while, because I'm the fastest, like into the forest.
Well, I don't think we should split up.
I don't think she's in camp.
No,
There's
neither
no
do
way
I.
she.
No.
Yeah,
We'll be out there.
I
but
don't want to split
unless
up.
she is east, like where we're going, we won't be able to see her, like at all.
Well, what if we could give?
We go in twos.
Do you think?
Mm-hmm.
We have no way of communicating
No, 'cause
over.
that's-
over
yeah.
long
We have two
distances.
tablets.
Dustin is the player.
We have two tablets.
Yeah, but if we go in groups of 3, we will make 3 groups. Groups of 2, sorry. We will make 3 groups.
So
Well, then
could
we
split
just
into
go
two
in groups of
instead.
3, or 3 and 4.
Sure.
Why don't we just agree to be back here in like an hour?
Well, we have the tablets if we need to.
I think
Yeah,
the tablets
I'll-
are a good idea in 2 groups because we don't know if something might happen.
Okay, who wants to go with me northeast into the forest?
Well,
I'm happy
Riptide
to.
steps forward. She goes, "Well, I got one of the tablets.
Yeah, so
I
maybe
have an appointment in like 4 days. So as much as I want to help, I have to make the appointment. It's not far, but I can't this kid indefinitely. As much as it pains me to say.
Well, what I was thinking is we search around, and if we don't find her within, 12 hours within the day, we give if they're still here, we give the Goliaths the money, and I think the thing we have to do is just go on our way.
Mm-hmm.
If everyone's okay with that.
Laffy's not okay with that.
I'm not okay with that purely for the fact that we're paying 100 gold for it.
Jesus. as Wolf's saying, she doesn't like it, but she, you know. But I think maybe the best is.
Can I ask, this Goliath child, was this one of the ones that was playing with Rusty last night?
Good question. He was just kind of arsing about.
Because I remember you mentioned he was like.
Yeah, she was there
Okay.
briefly. There was like a huge. It's one of those things, where they start playing football, goes from 5 aside to like 14 aside, and then it back down to 2 aside, and then just keeps going up. And people join, people go. So at some point she was there for a little bit. He thinks back. Did he speak to her? Let's do a very quick check. So if he spoke to her.
Also, the one I threatened with the dagger, right? Just to make sure.
Oh my god! I've forgotten about that. Probably, I will say no. I think at the time
Okay.
Blew my mind because it was ridiculous, but I have completely forgotten about it.
Mm-hmm.
It's canon now, baby. Luke threatens kids with knives.
When Rusty says like, "Oh, I saw her, but I didn't speak to her," Laffy be like, "Would you like to help us try and find her?"
He's been helping, man. He's eager. Of course, he wants to help.
Like taking him into the woods? I don't know if he's 100%.
Oh yeah, he's down for it. Like he's like Riptide. Like she's got one of the tablets, and as she has been delayed, but not delayed, as she is spending a day doing something other than where she thought she was going. You see her like drift off on the tablet. That sounds so stupid to say. And then she comes back and like a bit later, like 2 minutes later, and she's like, "Right, okay, you guys. I've got one tablet, so I'll be I don't want to say captain, but definitely the leader."
I think Laffy, one of us has the other one.
Mm-hmm.
What about? I think the best. Honestly, I think the best is Laffy, Rusty, and I, and then Azalea, Lou, Kudo, and you, Reptile.
Good.
You'll want to be with too few people if you're going with Rusty, because there are a few guests. And with that, for those that are a little bit slower, she beats the Dragonborn.
What?
What?
I didn't catch that then. Sorry.
There are people after Rusty. There are two.
That's a good point.
That is true. Well, Rusty can. The only reason I say it is because Rusty can fight. I can fight. Laffy's good with spells. And you two can fight.
Laffy like under a breath. I can fight.
Well, yes, but I'm just trying to think of the best. I mean, if I won't say no to someone else. Just trying to figure out the best person.
I think you would do well to take Kudo with you, because you are more likely to be attacked than our group.
I'm fine with that.
Alright. Sounds good. Riptide, just keep a hold of the tablet, and if anything happens, just send a message.
Yeah, don't worry, mate. If any shit. Right, ladies. She claps her hands and she looks at Lou and Azalea. Let's go find ourselves a kid. And then she kind of striding up. Yeah. Right, and she turns around and she goes, "I don't want to make it a competition, but if I find her first, I'm never going to let you live it down."
Not a good if I find her.
We're going to try and help a child. I don't think a competition is necessary or
There was a reward
appropriate.
promised, and I want that reward. And Lou runs away
very
before
much
you can.
What? I think as she was walking
Wolf
away,
just like
I feel like Lou was drooling when she walked away. Like,
Laffy's
I
just
saw her
like
shaking.
Laffy's just like, just let this is it, if she's gonna help, then don't worry about it. So just let her do her thing. Let's go find this kid.
So you guys split up. I know loads of DMs hate splitting the party. I don't mind it too much, as long as we can keep it relatively brief. I will try not to kill you both. So I want to roll 2d20. I want to see from there what happens, because stuff might.
Two.
Oh
red
my
dragons.
god!
Oh wow, that's weird.
Three red dragons.
Guys,
Lou
we're both gonna fight
or-
the same thing.
Lou or Rosalia, please roll me a d8 and a d12, and
Oh Jesus.
I rolled a D8.
Wolf or Laffy roll me a d8
Yeah,
and a
did
d12.
you?
Oh jeez.
Oh, why
Yay.
didn't you roll twice?
Rolling. Rolling. 2d20s, you said?
No, a D8
No, a D8 and a D12.
and a D12. That's 11.
I'll do the
Oh.
D12.
That's the question.
A 7.
Does rolling higher
Okay.
help or?
No, I'm not
Okay,
getting
no,
involved.
no.
If she-
And a 5,
Well-
that's a 12. Okay.
well, James,
Mhm.
Tanuki rolled both the 12 and the 8.
Yeah.
A
After
12
Beth
and an
rolled it.
8. So a 20.
Well, no. He rolled both the D12 and the D8 after Beth already rolled the
Together.
D12.
Oh, so what was the number?
So it's a 7 and
Like
a
combined.
3. It's a 7
A
and a
10.
3.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay, that's cool. Right, okay. So,
Oh,
fuck
shit.
it. I
Oh,
said it's
shit.
going to be brief, but it probably won't be. Let's
No,
do.
it's not,
Uh,
no.
Yay!
Okay, let's do
not a good thing.
Lou and Azalea and Riptide first. And then we'll get B team. As you know,
He does not sound confident.
no, it's more that in Riptide's
I'm
mind, they are
scared.
very much the A team. And you go,
Sure.
you know, as well.
Sure.
Yeah, so
She
Azalea.
can think that all she wants.
Azalea, Lou, and Riptide stride off. What direction? So when I said she's a leader, she's your sidekick. You guys tell her where you're going. What direction
I
are you going?
think
Or what are
we-
you pair doing?
We said northeast, if I remember right.
Okay.
So we're just going into a forest to look for anything.
So northeast
Yeah.
towards the forest.
I think
Okay.
northeast, and then far enough apart, like in a line, far enough apart from each other to still see and be able to shout to each other, but in a line, stretched
Mhm.
out.
Like I assume like 30 feet in between
Yeah,
every
something
member.
like
Triangle
Yeah.
formation.
No,
No,
that's so
I think
inefficient.
straight
Better do a line.
that. That's it. That straight lines are better for body searches. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't
This is-
know. I don't want to know why you know that, but you know.
That's
James,
some mountain
Hey,
rescue
James.
it is. Yeah.
James, can I just say something? If you're you're the DM, if something's too difficult, you can just say it and no.
I know.
Just putting it out there.
Yeah, I know. It just is what it is. So,
the part where I
You
get
guys-
assassinated.
so what's the of this party? You know, as you were going out for Lou and
I assume it's Riptide, Azalea, Lou, if that sounds right.
I'm not going to disagree. This is completely up to you guys.
No, I'm,
If
I'm,
Azalea's happy
I'm
with
asking
that, then I'm
Azalea.
happy with that. Is
Uh,
Azalea happy with that?
Yeah, I think. Is it not better for you to go ahead and us two to follow behind?
Riptide is the bigger target, so you know,
Okay.
just in case.
Well,
And also, I
don't
do
argue,
think
mate.
Riptide is faster.
Yeah, I'm pretty fast. I don't want to get into the weeds of this here, but okay. So we're going off into the unknown. Right. I'm not bad at seeing stuff, but I'm not like super good. So Riptide's going to make a perception check. You guys can also make a perception check if you would like, but she's leading the way. Oh, she did good.
Oh, that's garbage.
Is Azalea making one?
I am rolling. I've got to get to the other
Sorry.
side of my because I'm using the roll 21 and it takes forever to move between spell sheets and core sheets.
Yeah, we rolled horribly,
Okay.
with exception.
Riptide's elvish eyes see far into the distance, and she says, "Oh,
What do your elf eyes see?
yeah, exactly." She says, "I can smell something, some water. There's something moving over there." And she points distance about 1.5 kilometers away. There's a copse of trees that you can see from where this kind of vague rise that you're on. And she says, "Right, come on, guys, we're heading on that way. There's water there, so you know maybe she wanted fresh water. She didn't want I don't know the campsite water. That's the only thing I can think of." As she heads off to this.
We sprint there.
I don't think she's sprinting. She's very much wanting to like.
Walk.
How to describe this? She's not running off. She obviously wants to get there quickly, but she's also like looking as she's going to make sure nothing's being missed. And as she's going, she's walking, and she kind of like waits for you guys. She looks at Lou. She looks at Azalea and says, "Now, Azalea, you didn't see any of the vision stuff we had the other day, did we? Did you? Yesterday? Like we got shared visions, but no. Well, in character, out of character. No,
Out character.
Yeah, out of character, you were like frozen. She seems quite anxious when she asks you that question, though.
No, I didn't see anything.
Okay,
I kind of all was a bit of a blur there.
No, it's good. You're frozen there. I know Rusty didn't remember anything, but I just wanted to make sure, have a look, see if it was something you could, but never mind.
Well, what happened?
Oh,
That's why about that.
Yeah, I mean, well, Leffy's got that staff now. She's got a new whacking stick.
Yeah.
Well, that was kind of part of Leffy's emotions, and we were kind of sharing them, but with our own context. And don't worry about it. It was just a lot of nonsense.
Like insight on why she's upset?
Sure. Yeah.
So yeah, I don't our character don't know either.
Ooh.
Oh my god.
26. So she's asking you this, and her eyes are darting between you and Lou. Obviously, like she mentioned that her and Lou had like seen these visions from each other. She was very, very, very concerned if you'd seen hers. Like she's panicking almost about it.
Okay. Yeah, no, I didn't see any of it. It seems like something happened, but
Oh, it's
I
just
don't know
stressful,
what-
isn't it?
going on.
No, don't worry, mate. It's just stressful. It's not nice when you're not your deepest darkest, but your dead laundries put out there for all to see. It's just not something I was expecting. It's fine. I didn't see anything from you, you see.
Right.
So I wondered.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah,
good.
I wouldn't want someone sort of reading my deep thoughts either.
No. It's it's not nice at all. Okay, well, we never asked Laffy what she saw either. So is
Asked her.
Well, what
She
about
didn't
you?
see anything.
What about you, Lou? What happened with you?
Lou begins to run.
It's be a bit put I don't think we want to
Lou?
talk about it. Well,
Lou?
I mean, the main thing is you're okay, because it had been cut there forever. You'd have been stuck in that field like a bloody Roman statue, even though the Romans weren't here.
Yeah,
Where's Rome?
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. So as you faffing about and doing these things, you come up to this. No, hang on, that's going to work. So I'll have to do it this way. You hear start to hear rushing water, and it's kind of like there's a drop. Well, some trees and then a drop. And Rip slows down. She goes, right, this is where I heard some movement. I don't just too far away. It could be that you came out here for a swim. Price knows what kids do, and maybe she fell in. I don't know. So just keep your eyes out, I suppose, for a floating Goliath. Christ, and she walks through. And you guys can move yourselves onto this. One moment, I'll just wait a minute, GM. Okay. I'll move you to the map that you are on. So yeah, you go there. There's some kind of like rustling noises that are coming from the bushes, but whether it's like animals or water or what, you don't know. There's these like 3 waterfalls that are running down over rocks. It's a very picturesque scene, actually. If it wasn't for like the urgency of the situation, it'd be very pleasant. It'd be very like babbling brook style. There's this fresh smell of all of the all these fresh smells are wafting up from. There's no dead animals. There's no immediate sign of Goliath bodies floating in the pools. It's just a very nice picturesque scene. The grass is very green. There's that smell of earth. It's very nice.
Okay, I'll go uphill. Riptide, why don't you search by the water? I assume you can, breathe on the water or something?
Well, that's a bit of an assumption. But yeah, I can.
Excellent.
Yeah, so she goes.
I'll leave it to you.
She heads to the top of the one of the bluffs, and she looks around and she looks down into the water. It's like, yeah, I'm just gonna dive in and have a luck about it. Maybe she get her head on a rock. And she dives into this crystal clear water and starts swimming around in it like a minute or so, and then comes back up, dripping wet, but she looks refreshed, invigorated, not like a step out of breath.
That's water else for you.
As she appears from the water though, she comes up, she shakes her head and says, "No, she's not in this one." And she senses a rustling coming from this bush right next to her here. And from it, from this bush, erupt four small-ish, not tiny, four small-ish draconic shapes, ambush strikes. I need you all to roll initiative.
Oh no!
You said it was going to be quickly.
Good luck, guys.
I don't know if you realize, but combat takes a while. Oh god damn it! I forgot to do the thing.
I can add you.
Why are you rolling for Rusty?
Is that Rusty?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, you did, Rusty.
too many characters. Oh.
I panicked. I was like, no.
When I Riptide's cat Rusty's, how weird is that? That is
Weird.
Okay,
11.
Azalea,
What?
I'm going to
Ugh.
make the assumption that I have a higher dex.
Yes.
Well, it says next to our things that you have 7 and I have 2. So yeah.
One second, I'm just going to roll the ambush strikes. And then we can
How
kick over. Sorry.
How high is the cliff?
15 feet.
Okay, that's what, three floors, like on a building?
No. That's 15 feet is what?
Oh, okay.
4
Sorry,
meters?
sometimes stat blocks. What did you say the height was?
About 4 meters, 15 feet.
Perfect. Okay.
Okay. So I assume we would take
Fucking love that.
I was about to say, you beat me to it, James.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. But Lou, you see as Richard emerges from this shrugs and see these creatures moving out. There's no surprise round, but you do get attacked first. Your cat reflex. What is it you're doing to prevent Riptide being absolutely nom.
Yeah, so first things first, I'm going to walk to the edge.
Okay.
Look. I could hit with a crossbow, but I would prefer to be on the melee. Can I use part of my movement to slow my descent if I go down?
Yeah, you can take half movement to descend slowly, and
Okay, I'll bonus action dash and just make my way here. So, god damn it! Why is it not working? Here, there we go. Yeah, and I'll attack with my vicious sword.
Okay.
15.
15. That hits, yeah.
Five damage.
Nice. Okay.
And I don't get sneak attack, so.
No, you don't exactly. I know. Azalea.
Okay. I'm just gonna measure something. Right. I can get them all in a 20-foot square, so I'm going to cast Entangle, which means these guys are all on the ground now, aren't they?
Yes.
Perfect. Yeah, I'm going to cast Entangle, and I will need a Strength save, please, from all of them.
Okay. You've cast a spell a few times now. So what does, as you're casting this spell, is there any particular flavour that we start to see, or anything particularly unique about how you cast it? Like what the vines look near?
Yeah, definitely. So she doesn't like these are quite druid-y spells, but it doesn't look druidy at all. It looks nasty. She like digs her nails into her palms, and blood drips out along into the ground, and like there's a wave of growth on the grass that ripples out to where she wants it to be, and then these like blood-tipped roots surge out and start grabbing around for things.
Epic. Epic. So trained now, aren't they?
They are all restrained, yes.
Okay. Do
So
they get to make a save at the end of
they will
their
get
turn,
to
or-
make. Yeah, they have to use an action to get out of it each time.
Okay. Right.
And then
Okay.
I will. No, my bonus actions I have to touch them. So I will stay where I am for now.
Okay. The drakes start like hissing and spitting as orb is captured in this in this entangling mire. The one that isn't free, I will say, for the sake of argument, is number 20. So it's this guy rushes. Is it this guy? Yes, it's this guy. Rushes forward, hops onto the rock, and will start clawing at Riptide. Despite 20 hits, not great start for her. So what's that? What's her hit points? 82. She should be okay. Let's see. Let's just quickly check up this. Okay. So yeah. So that's 4 piercing damage. So she scratches. She doesn't cry out, but she winces visibly, and then it's going to claw at her with the talons. A 12 misses. Other creatures, they start hissing and spitting. 2 of them are going to spit at it at Lou. So 1, 8 misses. 16 to hit Lou. Sorry?
Let me double check. That hits. That's my armor class.
Okay, nice. You take 5 poison damage, and I need you to make a con save, please.
I'll reduce the damage to 2 with my uncanny
That thing's free.
19.
19. That's fine. So how many spat? Did 2 spit? Yeah, all of them spat. Okay, that's fine. And then it's Riptide, pulling her new wire out of it. She sweeps at this creature's head recklessly. 16 does hit. And 4, 19 damage. Oh no, 20 damage, which is a fair old amount. And this thing is looking hurt already. And she's going to do it one more time. Opportunity character sheets open. 18. Yeah, this thing's dead. 1% this thing's dead. Yeah, this thing. She decapitates the rock within mere seconds, and she crawls out of the water and stands upon her, and she will activate her rage. And basically, she stood on top of this rock, holding this scowl on her face, and she like screams, like yells at them, and it's kind of like Thor when he does his like yell. All this electricity just rushes down from her into the water, and she's crackling like she's a Tesla coil. But Lou Marblecup. These things are restrained, which I believe gives you advantage. I'm not sure.
Just in case I'll steady him, so it doesn't really matter. Ooh. Very nice. So
very
it
nice.
takes 10
This is gonna be
damage
That's gonna hurt.
from the get-go. It takes
10
10 damage from my short
plus
sword
7.
plus
Plus the vicious 7.
yeah, plus 7 plus that, and do I roll sneak attack double?
No, your sneak attack, you get the 15 plus 18 because that's brutal damage as well.
Yeah.
I don't know how to describe this other than this. Like, I don't know how much damage that was. It's like 17 plus 18, which is 35 plus 6 and 15, so 56 damage.
Ooh.
In one hit. Yeah, this creature, that's more than double its max HP. This thing is completely gone. Like, I don't know. Describe to me. I don't know. You fucking plunge a lightsaber into this creature.
Yeah, I just stab it into the chest, and putting my other hand on the pommel, drag the blade like upwards, and basically cut mid the torso and the head and an arm separate.
Completely gone.
Can I do an intimidation
Completely
check for the others?
Yeah, sure. They can't move anywhere.
Yeah, but it gives them disadvantage on hits against me, I think.
No, that'd be frightened. That's not
If
something.
no. Oh. Yeah, I
but
don't think
you
that
can
succeeds.
if they give them the opportunity to like scamper if they want. Perhaps that's completely up to you.
Okay. Oh, that's the end of my turn.
Okay. Azalea.
Okay. I am not going to do anything that will do anywhere near that much damage, but I
Well, not with
will.
that attitude.
No. I am going to just cast a nice, easy ray of sickness at. Ooh, I mean, you're both going to have either of these dealt with by the next round.
Rather you deal with the one closer to me, because I don't think I can reach with your entangle up.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, I'll go for that one, and then I think no, I'll leave it for now. I'll leave entangle for now.
Okay.
Or yeah, okay. Right there.
Ooh,
Okay.
another nat 20.
We have another nat 20, and the
Yeah,
exact
This
same.
is
This just means
decimating
that
these guys.
this just means that the other side's going to go terribly.
Yeah.
So that's 16 plus 2d8. So if you can, as probably this poor creature just obliterates. That's still 20. What was that? 20 damage in a
20
which
damage,
is real
yeah.
unfortunate because that creature's resistant to it.
Oh,
But it's still 10, and that's a beefy amount. That's
okay.
still a beefy amount, and it's still.
This means that the next
And
combat
then-
we will have 2 character deaths.
I'm going to casually start walking my way down.
You hear like Azalea. Sorry, you hear Riptide grumbling about how these goddamn pommies are hitting all these critical hits. She can't fucking land a critical hit, even though she's got advantage. The 2 ambush drakes are going to spit at her again. Both of them are Riptide. No, one of you, Azalea. The one you just hit is going to spit at you. So, 21 to hit you.
Give me a second. No, I can't get that even with shield. Okay, we'll take it.
Okay, so it's 2d4 for poison damage. And can you make me a Constitution saving throw, please? Okay, you fail. Hits you. You feel it like burning into your skin, and you feel this wave of nausea hit you as you are poisoned, and will poison for the foreseeable future until you do something about it. Okay.
Okay.
The other one is going to spit at Lou. 4 completely boosts it. Actually, nothing. No. So it's
James,
she is going to
James, when a creature is
yes.
restrained, is an attack a disadvantage?
A melee.
I don't think so. I think it's just
No,
attacks
no.
on it.
It can't benefit its bonus to speed. Attacks against a creature disadvantage.
Creature. Oh
No, attack. Sorry, you're right. Yeah. Let me re-roll that. So, I mean, it
Well,
was.
Well,
Well, it
for
has
melee.
disadvantage at 10.
Yeah. Okay. So it misses that. Okay, it misses. Sorry, I missed that. I thought it was only melee. Attack.
Thank you.
So it completely misses.
I remember a fight in Strahd, and it fucked me up. So yeah.
Okay, that's what cool. Riptide's going to jump into the entangle. Does she need to make a save while she's in there to not be restrained?
I believe so. I will just check the wording quickly.
It's probably going to be strength, right?
Yeah, it's definitely strength save.
Because she's raging, I'm
A
assuming.
creature in the area when you cast the spell.
Oh, well, okay, that doesn't
So
matter.
she's fine.
She's fine. Okay, she's really pissed off and swings down with a coral chopper or crusher, whatever I called it, for 16 damage. So annoyingly for her. This thing's still standing, so she's going to use her dexterity thing to do force it to do a dex save or take some damage. Dex save. 12 fails, and quickly, what is that damage? Storm Aura is 1d6. Yes, it electrocutes this one to death, and she's going to. So she isn't restrained by the. She isn't affected. She can just move as normal, or presumably half speed.
Yeah, she can move as normal. It's spike growth that does anything.
So on. And she lost one now because she's sick of them, and she let's see, 22. Oh, no crits for the barbarian. How disappointing. For 14. God damn it. She's not killed. Seething angry. Lou, you might be able to kill this thing for her.
Yeah, I'll take my steady aim and my crossbow. With advantage. Oh my god.
16 hits. 16 hits.
Nice.
And that is with sneak attack, though I very much doubt you'll need it. Oh no, you would have done. Okay. Yeah, how'd you kill this thing?
I just shoot it through the eye.
It drops down dead.
Yeah. I quick draw my crossbow, like with Indiana Jones in that one movie with the guy's sword.
Yeah, just
Like,
exhausted.
I'm sick of your shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you guys are out of initiative. If the bodies flop onto the ground, Riptide boots one of them into the river, so that its body just starts floating down. She's really annoyed that she got caught unaware, and she starts like sticking her axe into the bush where the drakes came from to see if there's anything in there, like maybe a body or so. But she comes back shaking her head. She goes, "I don't think she came this way, guys. I can't. I don't think she's here."
Why were they here? And I point towards the drakes.
This is Algadane, mate. You get bloody drakes everywhere. Like, fucking absolutely bloody everywhere. Like, they're not,
I
just a
miss
little
my
peck of
country.
them. Yeah. No, I'm just going to be, I can't see any evidence of her being here. I think the noise of what I saw was the drakes. I can't see anything that says she's... I think maybe...
But if those are in the area and a kid was, she wouldn't stand a chance.
Yeah, I know, but...
Yeah, and I don't see any blood around that's not
Remains.
theirs.
But there would be, like, something left. They won't
Yeah,
the necklace, for example. At least I don't think they did.
Yeah, I think we should go back.
No, I don't
Let's
think
hope
if
the
they'd
others
have
found
eaten
something.
I don't think they'd even someone as sizable as a kid. I don't think they would have felt the need to attack us. But there are other creatures out there. But if she's been out here, she hasn't been here. Azalea, you're magic. You're a magical person. I mean, you can do magic. Sorry. Is there anything? I know Laffy was trying to do something to do, like to search.
I
You're a
don't have
magical
any.
person.
Oh.
That's so cute.
I don't have any of those sort of spells. That's not the kind of magic I can do, I'm afraid.
Never mind. Well, I don't like going back, not having sorted it. But, yeah.
I mean, what time is our how long have we been gone?
About, let's call it 45. But you are like...
Oh, then no. I think we should carry on searching.
Let me put into perspective an open field to the only area that someone who rolled like quite a high perception check could sense any movement from. Apart from the, I mean, you could go looking through the trees if you wanted, like the wooded area, if you'd like.
Yeah, I think we should go back because we have to keep in mind this is a child we're talking about, and they complain that they have to walk too much quite often. So I think it's better for us to go back, see if the others found something, and keep an eye out on the way back.
Okay. I mean, again, if Laffy has that kind of magic where she can just search for things, that's yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we can go back like a long way if you want, and have a look by the river. But
yeah, I think I like that at least.
Nice.
Azalea,
Yes.
can you take anything from these drakes for one of your potions?
Oh, what a great shout! Yes.
Like you could use their like acid gland to like make acid vials, I'm going to assume, or maybe like some sort of acid resistance.
That would be great if I could. Yeah, I'll have a look and see what I can take out. And she like very gleefully pulls out a quite sharp knife.
I have steady hands. If you show me where to cut, I could help you.
Yeah, we can work on it together. That's fine.
Can I hold
Excellent.
I want to try.
Sure, there are
I'll show you where
4?
the glands are.
Yeah.
Okay. You roll whatever check it was that you think is most appropriate, and Riptide and Lou will also try to make that check.
All right, let me see if I've got any of my special skills.
So she chooses the ability, and we all use the ability?
Yeah, we're going to try the same ability, yeah.
Shit, I don't have this as a special skill. Okay. I'm going to go for... Ooh, I've got really high medicine, but I don't know if you guys will.
No,
I have
matter.
+2.
It's your check. It's your check.
My sleight of hand is +11.
Well, I'm not doing sleight of hand, sorry.
Yeah, fair enough.
Knowing what to look for.
Okay, maybe survival then.
Yeah,
I think we
okay.
can have a more rounded group with survival. Okay.
Okay. So you do the first one. Whoa! 25. Fuck me running. So what does that? Oh wow! A 25, a 6.
You know what?
So
No.
Azalea, a beautiful job of it. Luke, do you do anything about that 6, or are you happy to have whipped it?
I'm using a hero point. Fuck it.
What?
Okay.
So
Some poison glands.
We're a DR 1/4 creature. Okay, that's fine. I mean,
Yes.
Riptide's going to try as well.
Great use right there. Best use so far.
7. Oh.
Yeah, have a user advantage.
She's rolled with advantage.
Oh wait, can I have tapped her on the
Help
shoulder
action?
and given her good fortune?
You can. Okay, we will. She starts messing it up. You put her like she's maybe a bit overexcited still from the rage.
Try
You
to
my shoulder.
dissect with the great axe is not the best idea.
Yeah. Shut up! I don't question you. What you bitch.
I'm using a dagger. That's the most sensible thing.
So she uses a very small knife. Like she just pulls it out of seemingly nowhere. Like her boot. She's got like a boot knife. She's so fucking cool. And with the calming guidance of Azalea, Riptide, you know, she does a really good job. So first time, thanks, Jesse. That's amazing. Well, what can you do with it?
don't know yet. I'll have to have a look at it and play around, and maybe we could get some poison out of it.
Oh yeah, okay. Okay, nice. I can say, right?
Oh, I
We
probably
still have one more.
Well, no, I kicked one of them in the river.
Oh,
So
yeah.
that was about 150 feet that way, going over a waterfall. Cleo!
Cleo!
No!
Emma!
She washes her hands.
My poison!
The water! And she,
The
washes her hands.
condensation!
She just like pats herself dry, on her trousers or whatever. Very rough and ready, but very, very happy that she was able to. So everyone has a poison gland. Fucking wild. You can decide. You have 3 of those.
I'll just
you can
give that to Arcelia.
what you will.
Thank you.
Squelches it into your hand.
If you do make a poison, can you make it like an oil or something I can coat my weapons in?
Oh, sure. I'll make you like a little dipping pot for your arrowheads.
Sure.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Yeah. Okay. Nice. Okay. Cool. Right. Let's head back through the woods. So we're gonna jump to the other group there. Whilst we
Oh Jesus.
head through.
Yay.
So let me move you guys back to the other map. So guys, you're there with Rusty, who is anxiously looking for this young girl. Poor guy doesn't really seem to be able to put together the fact that this little girl is about 1.5 foot taller than him. Hasn't quite cottoned up, but is like very.
Did we get
very
that age of the person we're looking for?
I would say you would have. Yeah, they would have been like, let's say like tops 12.
Okay.
I think 12 is a good age for them to be.
Okay.
Very tall 12.
So the way that the path is going, I know you've mentioned it before, but I've forgotten which direction was it? The main road.
East.
East.
So the road runs,
they went
west to
northeast.
east. Yeah, so they went kind of northeast towards like the woods and the river. South is the river, the forest where you met Procyon, the dragon, that you came out of. But that's kind of like southwest. East is the road to fucking Greencrest. No. Haven Orel is to the west. Behind you, or already in Algadin. If that makes sense.
Okay, so I guess what is to the southeast?
Southeast end of the forest, and it's so at that point, the road seems to be the one that you're on. That goes through a couple of villages and small towns until it reaches Cadinshire. And at that point, it would become less of established roads, more track. The road kind of peters off directly south and would bend round kind of southwest round the forest and then head to other parts of Algadin.
Well, which way do you think we should go?
There, in terms of there's lots of people on the road, it's like open spaces, lots of mini little campsites where people are stopping to have lunch and stuff. Being in the Mellorfield is the best place to stop in terms of its position, but some people don't stop there because it's too busy or they don't want to pay for it, or for whatever reason just don't want to stay there, or it's them to stay there. So there are other little campsites that span up. In the distance, you can see maybe a couple of hours travel away. There's quite an unusual sight for Algadin. There's a stone tower that's being either repaired or being rebuilt. Wolf, you would have known that this tower, this repair, and then being repaired, and then the project's faltered, and then they start repairing it again. It's been on and off work.
What direction is
the
that?
entire time. That's further east.
Okay.
But yeah, south, immediately south from where you were, is the other part of the forest.
Which way do you think we should go?
Weren't under.
I can try and use my locate again.
Wait, we haven't got that far out, and I think once we choose a direction, we should then use it once we get further out. I'm not sure. Probably wants to say go southeast. But I'm not sure. I feel like if we were going to the flower field, it would just be impossible to find anything. Because how tall it is.
That might be where a child would go, though.
Yeah. What about Akudo? Any ideas?
Sorry, what?
Which way do you think we should go?
Well, the other party went northeast, so I think approximately somewhere south.
Well, I would say southeast or southwest. Direct southwest is going to where?
How about straight south?
Because that's the forest we were just at.
It's it's like 5 miles of forest for context. And it's like the only thing that you can see like reasonably close that perhaps would be a safe place.
Yeah, that's sort of my gut. My gut is telling me southwest. Like southwest, southwest-ish. If
Well,
people are
let's
okay with that.
trust your gut then.
Okay. You head back into towards the forest part of it, and then you were a few hours between when you left the forest and rejoined the road to get to the Mellorfield. So you re-enter the forest. It's a bit wilder than it was before, or the bit you were in previously. Before, the trees were very thin, like willowy, and it was easy to see ahead of you. It's much more degenerative here. Like there are brambles, like I don't know what they call, like ha-has, like here the tree roots have come out of the ground, and the soil is held between the roots, but then suddenly it drops off where maybe water's hit it. It's lush. It's very non. You hear animals.
Is there anyone else looking around from the campsite?
Yeah, there are a handful of people. I mean, what's going on? But some people who are looking like helping around the campsite still. Some people are like looking around the immediate area. People are like asking people on the road. But like, it's not the 200 people that were left. It's like a handful of people because they just where to start and basically like, well, sorry, but got some bananas. Take it away.
Yeah, I think Wolf would just be looking around, sort of looking through the trees, trying to be slightly quiet, not really wanting to call out. I assume other people are going to try and call out, but just looking around, trying to see anything, any movement.
Can you all make a perception check then?
Can do.
Oh my god!
That's your third nat one, man. What have you
21.
done to piss off roll 20? What was your session like last night?
I don't know. It was fine.
Shall Rusty roll? Rusty will roll.
Wolf just like walks forward and trips.
Yeah, I mean, Rusty isn't doing.
It's better than me.
Better. No, he's
still better.
Marginally better. Like he manages to duck the tree that you walk into, kind of thing. Or maybe
Yeah, what happens to Wolf? What happens to Wolf? She's like she's looking up and like scanning the like eye level, and she doesn't see like a branch, and just steps forward and just fucking hits dirt.
Yeah, just
Careful.
shit, yeah. Hide it from your the love of your life and her two bodyguards.
I mean, what's the roll for that?
That fucking sentence.
No, it
The
doesn't
love
do
of
well.
your life and her two bodyguards.
Wolf just fucking eats dirt and tries to, and just like fucking brushes off and is just embarrassed.
Yeah. Anyone with a passive
wipe it off.
Wipe 12
yeah, everyone's fine.
can tell that Wolf didn't want you to see that, so do with that information
Aww.
what you will. Rusty rushes up. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, no, fine. Just having a having a bit of an off day.
You've got soil in your teeth, and he gestures.
Sorry. That's
It
just like takes the mask off and like gets like a cloth and wipes it.
Well, if you're okay, just step where I step.
Yeah.
And he just like space walks, huge exaggerated steps, not looking around at all. Laffy with a 21. With a 21. forest.
Shit, I don't like that.
So you're in like I'm imagining you're in a line, like not like a straight line, well, you're like in the four of you are stood like a couple of meters apart, so you're all in eyesight at one time, but you're sweeping a wide area.
Yeah, like 15 feet apart, sort of like a
something like that. For the recommended spaces, I think that would be a reasonable amount. It's relatively light in here. You don't have to like worry too much about like, but as you're walking through the forest, it gets quieter and wilder. Like approaching, I would say unnaturally, or like unusually wild. Like the flowers take on like a not.
Don't say purpley pink.
No, they're not purpley pink. They just take on a very extravagant, like. So like you're walking through the forest, you expect to see stuff like these and like moss, and then all of a sudden you're seeing things like orchids, just like really vivid flowers. Like it's quite unusual. It's not normal, is what I'm trying to say. It's not like something is similar to how it was at the pool, which is a few miles the other way out of that dragon's range. The area is alive with something new.
Can Wolf get a sense of what it could be?
What did you roll for your perception? One. You
know what I fucking roll. It was all... I was only wondering because like Fey Fiend's undead, it's giving me Fey vibes, but
no, weirdly not. No, not Fey. Okay. More elemental.
Okay.
It's like it's like all the things that make nature weird and wonderful. Red in tooth and claw, vivid and beautiful. It's like here, for whatever reason, they've been dialed up to 12. And the grass is it's not impossible to come across grass that's so long and sharp and strong that you can cut yourself on it. But like to see it all the time is weird. To see these plants is weird. All the animals you see have got like elongated features, just like a little bit, just enough for like Laffy. I mean, Wolf hasn't picked up on this. I mean, I suppose with your passive, eventually in a few minutes you would. But like things, there's this, this kind of like weird hyper nature feel about it.
Once Wolf realizes it, however long that takes, can she take like one of the flower, gently take like a leaf or sorry, not leaf, a petal of one of the flowers and press it into her book?
Yeah, sure. Yeah. I mean, nothing happens.
Just like one of the orchids or something.
Like,
No, I just want to
like yellow orchid with this long I don't know what tubus proboscis, that sticky yellow stem on it. It's huge, and you look down on it, and then you like move your head, and there's this like, holy shit, is this flower like moving to see me, like a snake? But it looked like it, and you are able to take it, like a cutting of it for your book, no problem. So what? Is there anything else that people are doing as you're walking through the forest?
I feel like she'd just be calling out for the child. Like Laffy would, it's parent, isn't it?
Yeah.
Parent,
so she'd just be like, parent!
Have you ever called out into an empty forest?
Yep.
It's
Dax
weird.
ran away once. I was like, Dax!
To call out into the emptiness is a weird vibe. And you get that weird vibe back.
So I'm just not getting the sense that there's anything. And it's feeling very like...
So what I'm saying, as you walk deeper into this place, it's very overgrown. There's all these, like, that nature's like been dialed up to 11 or 12, whatever I said. And like, as you start to go ahead, you notice that the thickness, the brambliness of it starts a little in this small clearing.
Can I cast that locate object again, see if I pick anything up?
Yeah, sure. So let me just roll one thing. Are you being general or specific?
Probably be general now because
yeah.
there's no one else around.
So you're just looking for like necklaces with pendants kind of thing.
Yeah.
So Wolf has one. I don't think Kudo has one. But that's all. So it does say the closest.
I mean,
but Wolf is the one that
does it
paints.
say the closest, or does it say all of them?
I think
Well,
it's
surely if it was the closest, I mean, maybe. I think it's. Oh, just gotta look really far.
Can locate the nearest object of a particular
The
kind.
nearest object. So I guess maybe not that one then. But
Well, she would have said, you know, nearest necklace with a tree symbol.
a tree vibe. If you're walking along, you cast a spell again. You don't get any pings. But there
She'd start getting irritated now.
Yeah. You as you're walking through, you come to the edge of this clearing, and at this clearing, a divot. I don't keep saying depression in the ground. Fuck it. I'm gonna say it the other way around. It's this rise in the ground, and that 6 feet, and around it is this like raised lip. There is no foliage, grass, or anything on this mound. It's completely barren. It's like someone's given the earth a Brazilian.
can I ask, James? Because you said something that's made me nervous. Does this look like, you know, like a hole, or like, you know, like when a mole digs out of something, or like a badger,
no.
or like
No, this looks more like when a dog has dug a hole and piled something up. It's like without giving too much away. No, I'm not going to say it anymore. But there's,
Can I do a nature check to see if I can work out what it is?
Yeah, sure. This thing,
Like
by the way, is
specifically?
huge. Yeah, it's massive. It's
Yeah, you said 6 foot.
like I don't know, 6 foot up and around. I'm going to say probably like 60 feet that you can see, and then it kind of keeps going in the distance. It's like imagine an upside down Olympic swimming pool, like that kind of rise and that kind of level.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
And it's completely bare, and there's this artificial, it looks like compacted earth lip around the edge of it.
Does it look fresh?
No. Looks, actually, if you investigate, you want to roll.
Yeah.
Can I give her advantage?
17.
Do you have proficiency in investigation?
I did. Yeah.
Okay. 17. It looks old. Like ancient old. Like uncountably old.
I'm out of game. I'm really scared this one of the burrowing dragons. Just so everyone's aware, and if I'm right, fuck all of you. Would if I did roll a nature check, I don't know if that would help with anything.
16. Okay, so this isn't like a burrowing thing. This nation of the age, the vibe and the feeling that Laffy gets isn't burrow. It's because it's so old. Like the ground, like it's cracked. It's desiccated. It's. I mean, this is a very vibrant place. Like it's rotting, but it's like it's been there, and not, for whatever reasons, nothing's grown on it.
Is it like a Is it a sort of a walkable like? What's the word, like divot, or is it like steep? That'll be a bit more difficult.
You could get up. You just have to scramble, but you can get up there.
Yeah, can I like put my hand and like see how dense it is, or like how if it's like okay to stand on?
You could walk up it, yeah.
Okay. Do we want to go up here? From your locate object, we can't find anything, but we may as well look.
It's a higher platform that might give you a better viewpoint.
Yeah. Wolf is like sort of nervous seeing this. Like I'm sort of nervous seeing this, so she is just gonna pull out the crossbow. She's not gonna activate it; just have it out, and then begin to walk up. Hopefully, with everyone else following.
Okay. The four of you, I'm assuming Kudo goes as well. Rusty certainly will. Scramble up the side of this thing. At the top, as you get to it, Rusty, I think, would probably be the first one up there, kind of throws his legs over, and there's on the other side, it's a little bit steeper going back down, and he slides down as the ground kind of crumbles beneath him a little bit. It doesn't fall, it's not a fall, it's like a very controlled, slow descent, but he slides down on his arm. To this dip in the middle that's still above what would be ground level outside of this. We're in the middle. There are 4 football-sized eggs.
Oh. Rossi, just stay back from that. Do you know what those are?
Can I? Would it be survival?
Survival, no. Go for nature or Arcana.
Can I make one as well?
Of course. Yeah.
I'm going to use my advantage there. 13?
You'll be well. No, nature.
Nature or Arcana, they are both the same. James, Fabian's under. Nope. Okay. I always have to ask.
Ooh.
Oh, damn, that's...
Oh.
Jesus, my rolls are so shit today.
18.
How?
So, right, what you see... Wolf, you see 4 football-sized dogs in front of you.
But a 6 isn't, James, a 6 is not like... I think I can identify that.
10 is an average person, and if intelligence is, I think 6 is functionally illiterate.
That's not true, but okay.
Maybe it's the way the light's falling off.
Egg.
Just not.
There's still some
good day.
dirt in my eyes. There's still some dirt in my eyes.
Wolf is having a bad day. Okay, we can't help that. I'm trying to.
James, I'm clicking these buttons so hard and nothing's working.
You've got hero points, man. So you see these 4. Like how could these? They might be eggs. Laffy, you see these 4 eggs, and you can see these are old. And when I say old, I mean like clearly abandoned dragon eggs. Kudo, you looking at these things, and you see 4 clearly abandoned metallic dragon eggs of the colours gold, silver, bronze, and copper.
When you say abandoned and
I mean
old,
they have been here for just like time is meaningless. Like it's just like it's
so if they were
impossible.
gonna hatch, they would have hatched, is what you're saying?
No, if there was someone coming back to look at them, they would have come back to look at them. Like, they have like at a glance you can see they're covered in like pollen and dust, and
nothing's touched them in a while.
So I don't know how dragon eggs worked. How do they not hatch after a certain amount of time?
So dragon eggs in this. In fact, can you make me another nature check, please? And I will tell you if you roll good.
Can I make a survival, maybe?
17.
For what? For the survival would not give you the same answer.
Oh.
17. Okay. So Laffy, use your mind back to for a long time. You rack your brain. Dragon eggs are not like chicken eggs. If you chicken lays an egg and it's fertilized and you leave it in a warm place, it will hatch soon. I don't know how long chicken eggs take to hatch. I ain't got a clue. Dragon eggs is slightly different. Dragon eggs need to be provided things and cared for. A big thing about dragons is because even metallic dragons have like pride and that kind of desire to hoard. They have to be presented with things to kick internal flame, that draconic ember inside them. That feeling of I don't want to say consumption, but that drag and it, depending on the type of dragon, be it fire, like a gold, silver, whatever, you also have to present those elements to it. Now, dragon eggs naturally give off a lot of, especially metallic ones, would give off lots of good vibes, which would explain why parts of the forest are like verdant. These particular ones, these things look like they have been abandoned and not given the care and attention required to become hatchlings. But that possibly could change.
I feel like knowing that, Laffy would feel quite sad. They've just been left.
They would wait there. They would wait until the end of time. And 2 days before
Can we
that.
keep them?
I'm not sure what they are, but they look
Well,
like
metallic
eggs.
Dragons.
necks.
Oh.
They've
To
been
be
here
specific,
a long time.
metallic. What were the metals?
Gold,
Gold,
silver,
bronze,
bronze, and
and
copper.
So the 4 good ones, because brass dragon was a shit.
Yeah, okay. They look like they've been there for a while. Are you being serious? Do you want to
They've
take
been
them?
left. I mean, we could find somewhere to take them. They've been
Can
here
I
a
make
really
a
long
perception
time.
check if there are any signs of big creature movements around?
So I will allow you to make a
Like if
perception
there
check for
was-
that now. So like I look around, see if I can see that evidence, or you can do a survival check to see if you can figure out the last time that a big creature was near here.
Survival.
I'll give you advantage.
Great. Thanks
So-
for nothing.
15. Yeah.
Okay, I can go. I can go if you
Oh,
want.
it's like the thought
Sorry.
that counts, guys. It as I
Sorry.
said, untold. I don't want to throw the word around to say centuries.
Ow.
Well, I don't think anybody even knows they are here.
Yes, we're just gonna slowly go down the lip, like Rusty did, slide down it.
I'll
At the bottom,
follow.
the eggs are so they are placed in one of them, because it's imagine like a hexagram shape. So 1, 2, a bit further out, and then 2 slightly closer together. And if you were to walk around it, those 5, that shape would remain perfect. The fifth
You cut out there.
Yeah, you have cut
yeah,
out.
sorry, my Wi-Fi just dropped there. So what? Sorry,
We got the fifth, and then you cut out.
yeah. So the 5th egg, it would have been this 5-sided shape, but the 5th egg is just completely gone. Like you don't know whether it was either never placed there or has been removed. You have no idea.
You know who would be really interested in these?
Who?
Cal.
Do you think?
Probably.
So you said they're football sized?
Yeah, like
And-
American football side.
Okay, and we can't put an egg in a bag of holding because they are living.
Do eggs need
Wait, so
air?
Well, actually, that's a good point. I don't know. Do
Seems a
eggs need
bit
air?
I'm going to say that they have their own methods of survival. However, if you
Also,
place
So we can
um,
keep them?
Before we touch them, I will use detect magic to see if there are any traps or something, or anything unreasonable.
get anything, you just get divine, or what's the word? It isn't arcane. It's the kind of the natural magic of the dragons there, but it's very dormant.
Would I know if we could put so obviously I don't know the mechanics of a bag of holding. Obviously, you put something in, you can use an action to pick something specifically. I pick up this book or whatever. But is it all in one space? So if the bag moved around, would the eggs get poked by a sword or a sharp thing that is in the bag of holding?
It's I don't know if you've seen the first Matrix films, because I genuinely don't know if you've seen the first Matrix film, but you know when there's a sequence in it where they it's and they press a button and there's just these huge racks of guns that shoot out of nowhere,
Yes.
and it looks like they're moving, but they don't move all. It's like that in the bag. It's like shit shells.
Okay.
You could turn the bag upside
so I
down
could
and-
put these in there. There wouldn't be any risk of destruction.
I mean, the bagman's a thing.
So I
But okay, no risk. Never
Yeah.
say no, Rick.
Well, you know what I mean.
Little,
James, you know what I mean.
calculated.
Something.
very
Yeah,
tiny. Small.
Well, there's
Yes.
always the risk of just something happening, you know.
Yeah.
Yes,
I
I'm
mean,
aware.
you can be walking through
Um,
a forest one day. I mean, what's the chances of that?
that would be fucking annoying. Still got.
Listen, all I'm gonna say is that we didn't take the other egg, and because I feel like it should have been there, and now we have 4 more eggs.
Yeah, it does feel like God wants us to.
Hey, these are
Stumble
random
across dragon
tables,
eggs.
guys.
And I
I
just,
can help you.
I don't believe you.
I don't
Yeah.
like the idea of just leaving them, because if somebody gets
Yeah.
their hands on
Yeah.
them that isn't us, that could be bad. Whereas we're not gonna,
Yeah. Well,
So can we
after
keep
discussing with my brain thoughts, I think they're safe to go in the bag of holding.
Yes.
I'm not saying we're keeping them, but
Okay.
for the moment we're keeping them safe.
Okay.
Right?
She's giddy. She's like,
Also smiling.
pet dragon, pet dragon, pet dragon.
Very carefully puts a hand on a dragon egg to feel to make sure everything's nothing's weird.
Can we call the
do you have
dragon the copper dragon chip?
Experience? Do you have any? Do you have any experience in? I don't think fondling dragon eggs, Jesus Christ, but examining them.
Handling would have probably been the best word.
Yeah.
Well,
Fondling eggs.
well, James probably not, but she spent time around animals, so she probably knows what
You cup your
Oh,
hands and you
jeez.
just massage them.
Do you have any experience fondling eggs?
That is a very different experience. You're
Yeah.
looking at.
Yeah.
And yes, I do have lots of.
James, I don't. James, is there when I don't want to keep speaking. When Wolf touches the dragon egg, is there anything? Does she get anything immediately
wait,
weird?
wait.
It's Wolf.
It's-
I don't think it's Wolf having a rough day. I think it's Asha having a rough day.
Is this where the name Bad Dragon comes from?
Oh no!
Oh no! Don't bring this up.
Not when we're talking about. Okay, Wolf's gonna just pick up the dragon eggs. Wolf's gonna pick up the dragon eggs, put them in the fucking bag home. Let's just fucking leave. Let's go. Let's leave. Let's leave this fucking conversation.
Fuck Will. So we've had a morning. We've had a told you when we get into bloody Wolf's parents today. God, what a joke! Thought of that happening today.
You didn't
No.
say that though.
I did say that you wouldn't get that today. So here's one thing that kind of I tried to explain with narrative, but I realised I should make it slightly more explicit. The forest you were walking through was very, very difficult for you to navigate as adults, as adventuring adults. It would have been incredibly difficult for a child to get through that. So there's some information for you.
And we didn't get anything from the ping, so I think I hate to say it, but I feel like we're not going to find anything here.
Well, we can't spawn new pets.
Well, we're looking for a child, so I don't think that's much consolation.
Rusty
I think Rafi
is
would look pretty sad.
Rusty's looking pretty dejected.
Well, yeah, so is Wolf. Just trying to face
Yeah.
the facts.
Yeah.
We
No, that's
can
fine, yeah.
still look around on the way back. I just don't think we're going to find anything.
Okay. So, with that in mind, presumably somewhat down in the mouth, you turn around and head back. Are you going back towards the camp? And are either of you send any messages on?
Yes,
the
I would have sent a message. I would have sent a message being like, hey, we didn't find the child. There was this weird thing. We found 4 metallic dragon eggs. We're going to take a long way around and get back.
Okay. So Riptide would get that, would relay the message to. What should I send back, guys? Should we say anything about the drakes? Or
I think so.
just
Because you never know if they'll get ambushed on the way back, right?
I think it's a good point.
Well,
It's a
they're
good point.
not. I don't think they will have a group the size needed to cover a lot of ground, enough for another ambush. The opposite side.
I
I
just
think I
prefer
understood
that
what
they
you just said.
were warned.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. No, I see what you mean. Right, well, hang on. I'll just send you quickly. Then Azalea sends back, guys. We didn't find her. We found some drakes, and we had to kill them, but we didn't find any evidence in here. And she sends it.
Okay.
Also, meet you back at the camp or whatever.
Yeah.
It is kind of late mid-morning at this point. You have been looking for this girl off. I'm going to say for 3 hours at this point, and you've covered a fair amount.
Okay, so
you spent the morning looking for her. You obviously haven't been back to camp. The expectation would be that if she was there, she would have been found because it's not. It's large, but it's not that big. It's like
especially with less
like a big
people.
Tesco, you know what I mean? Yeah. No, imagine 2 big Tesco's. And a lot of people looking for her.
Yeah, probably just would have taken a longer way around just to see if we find anything, but probably not, and head back.
Okay. So after say another hour, so around midday, you kind of all approaching the campsite again. You can rejoin on the road or however you see fit.
Probably would have walked up when we saw them. Didn't find anything.
So we're back at the camp at this point.
You are on the road. Let me move to the map. Just for the sake of argument, I'll say you're like 5 minutes walk from the entrance. You can see, you may be like half a mile away. You can see, like, quite clearly there are people like still there, still looking. But it's very few, like really spartan. The campsite is based at this point. In fact, let's find out how many people are there, including staff. Would be 99. So yeah, a lot.
Wow.
Oh wow!
100 people, but like I say, including staff, of which there would have been about 20. And so these are the real hardcores, like other families who like yourself, struggling to find the reason to move on without helping.
If the parents complain, I won't hold back. Fair warning.
Lou,
I won't be
quiet.
held responsible.
No,
for what I
it's
say.
not our fault, but if they're going to get angry,
No, I mean,
they
if
have
the parents blame us for giving
I
up.
don't think they're going to blame us, and I don't know
Laffy-
if we're going to give up.
Laffy's just going to walk away while you two squabble again, and she's probably going to walk towards the camp. Quite dejected, quite quiet, and like try and find the parents.
Yeah, fair enough.
Can she find them? God.
Please answer. Don't do
Sorry, I
don't
moved
do
myself.
God
I was
anymore.
laughing too much.
Oh.
I couldn't imagine. I was like, oh my god, you killing me here. I thought I was going to wet myself. Right, okay. Oh my god. Fuck, I care about your grief if you say one wrong word to me. I'll let you have it. Jesus.
That was the
Christ.
implication, and that was
That
terrible.
was the implication. Frig.
I think I feel
okay.
like I think I did a Damien.
That I.
No, that's worse than Damien, and that's coming from me. That's worse than things Damien
He
said.
he was ever mean to like
Yeah,
any
he-
normal people. Like,
Well, that's such a lie, but okay.
No, old ladies in
He tried to
churches.
stab a kid yesterday.
That's true.
I had
It's
to
probably-
confiscate a knife because she was going to stab a child.
It's pretty
No,
even between Daniel and Lou.
that's wrong. I threatened to stab a child.
Oh,
I
that's
never
better. That's
That's
better.
better.
So much better.
Jesus Christ. Okay, but I will say this.
I'm just gonna walk off. I'm just walking off. I'm just running to get that. I'm not. Jesus Christ.
Right. So to avoid the potential of that happening, as you're approaching, one of the who kind of runs the for the European listeners, they are the workers at Butlands, the Yellowcoats. or the red coat. Anyway, they've got a coloured coat. Staff members kind of recognises. I think specifically would be Laffy from her clanging of the pots and Skyrite. Obviously, she's
And the crazy woman,
yeah, quite visually striking. Also, Riptide's there, visually striking. Wolf wears a mask, visually striking. Kudo and Rusty, like not as tall, possibly stand out in the crowd. Azalea, you know, she's got big red hair, very pretty again. And Lou's like kind of
Lou
always
shouting.
skulking about in
No. We
You know,
aren't.
in a-
We don't stand out. We're generic white women. You forget.
generic white one. Yeah, okay, yeah. So you're there with your Chardonnays and your.
Mhm.
You approach, and one of the staff members comes up to you with a very hopeful expression. Seeing no child, obviously that expression.
Probably
is
seeing the
face.
dejectedness on everyone's
Yeah,
face.
yeah, like they can read between the lines. You kind of half recognise this person as one such kind of thing.
Oh, it's Jim.
Yeah, it's Jim. It's Jim. He comes. This person comes to you. This nameless, sexless, raceless.
Jim.
This
All of the
stands in
answer
front
to
of
all
you.
of those questions, James, is Jim.
Yeah. This amorphous blob.
This Jim,
in a yellow
this
coat
Jim,
stands-
this Jim.
Jim of the gender Jim,
and
the race Jim.
They speak
I
in that like,
question.
like
Of the age Jimothy.
No, they speak in the AI generated TikTok voice, like Watch Mojo. And
Go
so,
on,
like,
James.
kind of
His
thing.
pronouns are G Jim.
Yeah. No, anyway, so they come up. This person comes up and like goes, "Oh, I take it. You've had no joy. No
Lefty
time.
shakes her head.
No.
Well, the
Anything
family.
here?
No, and we've not even had any. We had a few very, I've got to say, unpleasant people asking for the money up front. But it became very, very clear that they had no idea. Family's going to stay here for a little while. We'd ask that no one bothers them right now. They are understandably very upset. They're going to stay here, we look out, but the thought is that either a parent has run away, and she kind of gestures to Charlie's door, like the east and then to the west, or has been picked up. Because we can't, but we're going to keep looking.
Laffy's gonna hand over the 100 gold.
I feel like if Laffy was getting it out, Wolf would hand 50 of that, so you give 50. 50.
Well, I'm sure
Just in case somebody.
if it's real. Well, rest assured, we'll give this to the parents. Who can I say
Yeah.
helped? Because obviously they'll ask.
Just. I mean, Laffy really was the person who helped the most, so Laffy? The gestures to Laffy.
Okay. Well, thank you. If you do hear anything, and you can get a message, obviously the family are going to remain here for a few days, and then they're going to move on, presumably to Haven Oral, hopefully.
All right.
There.
If you can, we might come back this way. If you find out where they're staying in Haven Oral, we live around there, so we can try and find them if we get back there. When we get back there.
I'll have to do so. Thank you again. I'm passing on their sincere thanks for the time you've put in today. But yes, if we hear anything, we'll shout. And obviously, if you hear anything, please let us know. But thank you again.
Thank you for helping us back.
Total off. So what are you guys doing
We
next?
we go
Depression?
towards
Yeah.
Wolf's parents and keep an eye
well,
out.
Lou, we're
just
going
in
to.
case.
As much as I'd want to go to my parents, we have to go to Greencrest first. So,
Why are we going to Greencrest?
because that's what Swan mentioned. What did she mention? There was a ghost or
There's a
something
ghost there,
weird.
unusual, because in the main settlements and the villages and the towns, obviously with the threat of the undead, steps have been taken.
Like
the
Hallow
big
and
settlement,
stuff?
even the smaller settlements, have got Hallow, and so if you noticed, this is stretching your mind back, probably a business quarter. When you were in the Lupin Vale, you came across some things that I think it was a well that had like Hallow cast on it, like generally topped
Something
up with
weird.
Hallow.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's like a well that was topped up with Hallow that would protect the town from undead. One of the reasons that the net is so important to the infrastructure of the continent as a whole is magic items are caught from there, sent down to Haven or went to like their base components, so they can be used for like fucking Joe Blogs nobody to cast Hallow, like so people who clerics can do it. Fucking glow stick, crack something, shake it, and you've got Hallow spell, and that's why the net is so important. And like so much wealth in Haverhill, and that part of but like some stuff slips past it and ends up in like dragon hordes. So it's why there's loads of items about, but very few have them. So, and I mean that would be, I think, probably common information for everyone here.
Yeah.
Yeah, you also know someone from Nets, so
Yeah. So there's like this. That's why if Lou, when you went down and you were in the boat, you were like so hyper aware of the things that were on the boat that were like they're tracked. Really powerful magic items are tracked really closely, and if they are, if there's anything missing when they get there, it's like it could legitimately mean that there's like a village somewhere that isn't protected. So like even like a +1 dagger would go missing, kind of thing. So
Well, I think very solidly people would start walking in that direction, possibly. I don't want to speak for everyone, but
Yeah, Laffy would be holding Rusty's hand very tightly.
yeah, I think obviously we know because Greencrest isn't.
Right, go ahead.
No, I was going to say obviously Greencrest isn't very far. Oh, you've mentioned it was only a few hours. So I think Wolf would just be
Probably
going
get there by,
steady.
Yeah, you can probably get there by like mid-afternoon at this point. It's not well, like
Okay.
early evening. As you're
Be a very
yeah.
steady walk, like
Yeah.
not like a normal march.
it's like
while
5
we're
hours.
on the road,
Okay.
when we're on the road and there's not like in close proximity, there aren't really people, I would ask the party what we'll do about the eggs, because
what is?
Did you not read the message that I sent to Riptide? Did you get that? Oh, you did.
Oh
see
no,
that,
it's in the message. Sorry, it went straight to me. Guys, they found some metallic dragon eggs. Sorry, I was playing Sudoku.
Wait, what?
Shh.
What do you mean?
Shh.
Dragon
we
eggs?
we found just in everyone's head. We found 4 gold, silver, bronze, and copper. They seem to have been abandoned for, well, I didn't see it, but centuries.
Wow.
So they're after some looking. We figured out that
So they're the one we eat for breakfast.
no.
no,
No.
Lou, no.
Dragon
You
eggs.
said no, like I'm not going growing dragon inside. They were
No.
ages,
No,
right?
because dragon eggs need, like most dragon eggs need like gold or something to start the process of hatching, and there was nothing there. It was just a nest, so we can only assume that
I
They were
thought Cal
abandoned.
might be interested.
yeah.
That's cat. I like the idea of that.
Well, we're not going to send them. We're going to have them here, but they're in the bag of holding and they should be safe. But I think for now it's best not to worry about it. or think about it much. I think asking Cal when we get back is a good idea.
Mhm.
But for now, I
But
think we'd leave
Wolf, what you have not considered, you should consider baby dragon.
No, I've considered it. Dragons are a lot.
We have Rusty.
Yeah,
Rusty's a
but I'm
kobold.
I'm not a dragon yet. If I eat
Have
all
you
my
seen Mulan?
if I eat all my gold and do all my exercises, one day I might grow up to be big and strong. But I don't think I'll grow up to be big and strong like a dragon.
Well, Russ, you're already very strong.
Yeah.
Yes, but I could be
And
bigger
also, if
stronger.
you're worried, are we talking in your head?
I'm speaking
No,
in my head, but I'm speaking in my head, but no one else can, except Laffy right now.
Can I have a private connection?
Sure.
If you're worried about problems, we have Lou.
Lou's a massive problem. No, I was just... Dragons are, I mean, they're very large. Even like a very young dragon is about the size of Rusty. And it's only going to get bigger. And Rusty, well, I feel like everyone thinks he's a dog. He is a person. And
But
can-
nobody would ever
No.
think
Well,
that.
you don't know that.
Well, he can speak common. A dragon, at least a baby dragon, cannot. And it probably won't be able to for a very long time, because dragons take a very long time to age.
Wait.
What? I mean, I can speak Draconic,
I can't.
but we have to teach.
Can you
dragon.
teach me Draconic?
Maybe. It's very difficult. There's a lot of weird guttural noises.
A lot of
It's-
amounts.
I just don't think people are really considering what it means to have a baby dragon. I just think we need to think about it, and I don't think today's the day to do that.
But I'm considering baby dragon pet.
I think everyone who has heard it is considering it. I just think we need to be careful.
I do agree. At
Sit-
the end
you
of
can't
the day,
hear
I
this. I'm
think-
sorry.
Oh,
He wanted a
sorry.
private connection, so it's a
Oh, I
private
thought you were doing it with all
conversation.
of us. Never mind.
Well, I'm sorry. He wanted it.
So the conversation goes. Riptide is interested, at the very least, at the concept of having baby dragons. I've never seen a baby dragon. Do you reckon they're cute?
Yes.
I think they're cute or really not cute. You know, like a wet chihuahua.
Like a baby
kind of
owl.
thing. Yeah. Like.
Oh
like
my
one of those-
god, a baby dragon with Chihuahua energy would be so fucking scary.
Be awful. Truly awful.
You know, Chihuahuas are the only race breed of dog I really am scared of.
Well,
fair, that's fair.
I don't know. I've never seen a baby dragon before, so I'm kind of excited. Hopefully, you know, I'll be around when they hitch.
Well, we just have to figure out. I don't think we want to do it now, or even when we're in Cadinshire. I think we
Yeah.
definitely should
Yeah,
wait
mate,
until we're in Haven
I'd like
Aura.
to see it. I know Cal will be fucking climbing a tree to see it.
Well, yes, but when we're back in Haven Aura, not when we're on the road.
Well, you want to hatch him in a city?
One, possibly. I don't want to hatch it. I mean, Cadinshire is also a city,
Yeah, but like,
and
Well,
if we're on the road
Fair.
trying to hatch it, it just means we have to take a baby dragon for the first time on the road.
what do they eat? What do they even do? Do you think they do,
I don't know.
like corn or something? Like get a bottle?
I don't know.
Like shoot like a
think-
baby bird?
I think we're gonna. I think we're going to have to find a library.
Oh,
And
no, I'm
figure
not
that out.
using that nerd stuff. That's what I got careful.
Well, when we are in town, isn't there something like Pets and Co. or something like that? Do they
Well,
sell?
maybe not. There's a lot of farm animals in Cadinshire, but I don't
They
think
sell dragon
dragons.
kibble.
I don't think dragons are common pets.
Maybe
No,
we
wait,
could
is
ask
there
your
like-
parents.
They might
Well,
know
Is there
something.
like a how to train your dragon like novel or something we can use?
Possibly.
If it's a pet store, maybe we can find some hamsters.
James, is there a pet store in Cadinshire?
I will say there is like a veterinary service and
Okay.
a wholesale house, but not. There isn't
Okay.
a fucking pets at home.
It's most like farm animals, like cows and sheep and goats and things like that, and horses.
Maybe your parents raise animals, right? They might.
Yeah, they might know something. But I'm not sure.
Maybe we just don't mess with them until we know.
That's what
Well,
I don't think we should.
Lappy, can you create food and water?
No.
You do. You could have it if you want. That is a spell.
Not today.
Yeah.
You have started the food problem.
How long can they be kept in the bag of holding?
Well, we discussed this, and apparently they have some weird extra planar way of breathing.
Yes,
Egg is
everything,
so
like,
weird.
when the egg is
It's
like there,
an egg.
the shell isn't
It's an
porous.
egg.
Is it? You can't. I don't think your shell would be porous, personally.
I think it is a little bit porous.
Is it? Hang on, I'm going to Google this.
Yeah,
Last-
I
Eggs
think
are weird.
need
I don't
air.
understand your country.
Wow.
Well, you all come from dragon country, right? I think I'm the only one that comes from the giant one.
Well, gestures. I guess. So yeah, I mean, just because it's like dragon country doesn't mean we all know everything about dragons. I can speak Draconic.
You know
Okay.
way more than me.
Well,
for
so
sure.
I don't think that's very difficult.
Apparently, I just googled this.
Oh.
I googled it, and the suggested question was, "Does egg need oxygen?" So I was like, "Well, in rocket scientists wrote that." But apparently, if you put a fertilized chicken egg underwater, it would be starved of oxygen and suffocate. But they don't know how the egg. So, but I'm going to say we've already said that the bag of holding has like air in it for 10 minutes of active breathing. So every time you open, like let's say you open it at least twice a day, that will like turn the AC on and cycle the oxygen.
Okay.
It's a
Someone set an alarm.
closed environment.
Yeah.
Well, just get a plant and put the plant in there.
For the plot. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know.
We are
But yeah.
building an ecosystem in a sack of holding.
Yeah, it's like a terrarium.
Bag of
It's like the
holding.
bag of holding. Yeah.
If we get some
So, yeah.
ants, they can.
Yeah. Every so often chuck like an apple slice in. Okay, so you've got your. We've established that this particular bag of holding can cycle enough of these eggs, and they are dragon eggs, so they are magic. So bite my ass. What I decide happens. But you won't be able to. They will not mature inside the bag of holding. They will be effectively on pause in the bag of holding.
Mm-hmm.
So, you're heading down the road, the east road. Time has gotten away from us slightly, but not too much. As Rusty is like walking along, he's very, very reflective. I think this is probably like the first time you guys have like, I don't want to say failed to do something, but definitely not succeeded in a major way. Like, I'm trying to think of other examples where you guys haven't been able to do something you set out to do. Obviously, you've had times where things haven't gone the way you wanted them, but I don't think there's been like an abject failure to land kind of thing like there has been here. So he's very reflective of what's happening, and he's walking along holding Laffy's hands, and he turns to her and says, "Do you think that maybe that if the nice men who were speaking to me find that they'll send her back? They were really interested." The guys I was talking to, maybe if they found them, like they'd be helpful too, yeah?
We were shaking our head.
Like doing that thing, that like slice under a throat thing. Like,
Rusty, do you remember when we were in town and those Dragonborn attacked us and they were trying to get to you?
yes, but they were the cold Dragonborn fight.
Yeah. But it just means that there might be some people who have not very nice intentions. And so we have to be really careful. That's why we like have our secret handshake and stuff, you know, so we can make sure that we know. Looks at Wolf help.
So we make sure we know who is
Safe.
safe and who has the right motivations.
he kind of like, okay. Just completely accepts it.
Just
as fact.
explaining the concept of stranger danger to Rusty.
Yeah. He just
Now,
okay.
Rusty, I know you like sweets, but if someone comes up in a wagon that has a sign written that says "free sweets," don't, please, don't go up to it.
Okay.
Now, I'm not saying that every person is bad, but just make sure that you don't go off with strangers.
You guys
And if you-
when I met you. But I wouldn't go off with any others. It's fine. You're the best.
Okay.
You're not strangers anymore. You're the good ones. Sidestepping that moral
Yeah.
issue.
She'd probably just be having like an existential crisis, like, oh my god, what if somebody else found Rusty before we did?
What if?
Well, he was about to get
hadn't?
shot, though, wasn't
He was going to show it, yeah.
No, he would have turned
yeah.
it around and become the villain.
It's going to be Old Yeller.
No.
he? Can we stop using that?
No.
Can Old Yeller not be a verb, please?
No. It's
I
happened
old
so
yelled,
often.
he, she, old yelled, they. Oh my
Yeah,
god.
I can't believe Grandpa got Old Yeller in the whole.
Can we stop?
This
Can we stop?
episode is cursed.
Jeff,
Okay,
I have to re-record this.
Yeah, so, as you...
I don't think
probably not for
Prue
a few
read the
hours.
script.
No, as you've been travelling for a few hours, you see in the distance this tower. Off to the right a little bit, you can now see Greencrest in front of you. It's a farming village, a well-off one. As farming villages go, this is one of the closest to Haven Orel. Wolf, you could have relayed this information to the group if they'd asked it. You would have been like vaguely familiar with this place. Like, you would have passed it, maybe even been in there. It was a very well-off farming settlement because it's so close to the city and to the border. It did quite good trade. Very rich people who lived there. It had it was so rich. It had stuff like second-hand shops. So the stuff there was so good that people would sell it again, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
It was being. There were a couple of big families that lived there, and then they kind of employed tanneries. So it was a lot of being sold, and then wine and stuff like that. So it's meant to be a nice town. To the right are some satellite villages that are a couple of miles away. Any well-off town will develop satellite villages, millings. This tower that you saw is off to the right, about 2 or 3 miles away, far enough away that it would be a distinct detour to get to. Presumably, you are ploughing on to Greencrest. I'm guessing.
Yeah. Would I know anything about that tower? Is it the same one that you mentioned before?
It's the same one I thought. It's you don't know anything about it specifically unless Wolf takes a major interest in home improvements.
No.
Don't think so.
You've seen her
I mean,
house.
You would have seen. Yeah, it would have been the first time you came to the city, it would have been next to derelict, and then the next time you came past it would have been improved a little bit. Over the last few years, it's been improved quite a lot. It's much sturdier, and because this is an unusual place to see stone towers, because it's a waste of material. You could build out because there's loads of room, and you would make better use of the materials. This a tower is it's like a vanity plate, look at the money I've got kind of thing. Look how wasteful I can be. In this instance,
Look at this awesome wizard's tower that I made.
Yeah, kind of. And this area is not particularly well. In fact, can you make a history check?
I can. Fabian's under.
Nope.
Jesus, it's
No.
back. I think I've rolled one thing over 15 this entire
Yeah,
session.
you've really not.
Yeah.
You've been on the opposite of fire. You've been on damp all.
I've been
Also-
so cold. I've been
Yeah,
so cold all day.
Yeah.
Yes, shuddering this entire thing.
You
Frigid. Fucking.
you vaguely remember hearing at some point that there was a famous what's the word I'm looking for? Experimental wizard guy who lived in Greencrest, but you hadn't heard anything about him for years. He was famous for being really like out there with his teleportation magic kind of thing. He changed the game, man. You weren't there. He made conjuration magic cool again.
You have to be there.
Kind of had to be there. Yeah, you're passing through, and your file that you were given your mission parameters were that. In fact, it was in the library. So there is a library in Greencrest. There's been reports of a ghost that's been seen. You super like concrete details, other than the fact that it looked like a girl. It used to just pop up in the same part of this library all the time, and no one, like, all the reports are super woolly. Like, it doesn't seem to happen at the same time of day. Doesn't seem to happen, a full moon. The girl doesn't seem to like communicate. Just kind of appears, terrifies the people around it. Because as soon as they see her dead, they shit themselves and like it. And that's basically, you've been asked to like check it out. This is much more like on the path undead than hearing ghostly noises in a building. Kind of thing. This is like some people have actually seen it, but the information you've been given.
Would I know of any people who have seen it, like witnesses, like we could talk to?
Nothing specific. You've just been given the library, like the
library.
Like, this place is not one library. Kind of thing.
Cool. How long would we be in the city, or how long would it take?
I'll say that like you would be able to get there. Like, it'll be a little bit late in the day because of the amount of time you spent looking for the kid.
Yes.
You get it's like you can very easily like navigate yourself. The library has been, I'll say, closed for the night. Could, if you really, really wanted to, find a librarian and ask them to open again. But there are like inns, and there's like two or three places you can stay in Greencrest. In Greencrest. Let me just see what the name of the place is.
Just saying to the group. Do we want to? What time is it about?
It's like dinner time. It's like 6 o'clock.
Okay. Well, obviously, the whatever this ghost is in the library. But it is getting slightly late. If people want to sleep, we can before doing something in the morning. Or we can take a look in now.
I'm good to continue, but I'm fine resting.
I think Laffy's still quiet.
On the fence about things. I think we've had quite a day.
It's been an eventful day, so even if we're not physically that tired, we probably should rest and go out with a bit of a clearer mind, if we can call it that.
I think that's a good idea, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess we'll just take them to like a nearby inn that isn't terrible.
I mean, I don't think here before.
No, but find one.
You would have no reason for you to stay here. I'm really struggling to think of a reason.
Yeah.
This is like, maybe I don't know. I can't. It's not.
It doesn't really matter. Wolf would find a nearby inn that isn't terrible.
Yeah, you find you find and it's a very rough and ready place. Very nice. Like, you open the door. There's not a fireplace burning because it's a nice warm summer's day. All the windows are open. There's a nice breeze running through it. Warm smell of like hot meats. Hot meat and bread. There's a slightly stale smell of ale, but like it's not pervasive. It's not like, oh Jesus. It smells like there's this big, there's this very, very buxom dwarven woman behind the counter who's like serving people ale. It looks like she's there, but the place isn't heaving. It's got like a handful of people in it. Say like maybe you recognise a couple, like the odd face from the campsite. Like maybe some of the people who stayed around to help look hadn't got as far as they wanted, and they feel like kind of like tap their head and like nod, like vague recognition. Because I think your group is probably the most visually distinctive that would be on the road.
Like 6'5" blue woman, so like
with bright pink hair.
Pink hair, yeah.
And then black women and their two dogs. But yeah, she will.
James. Four generic white women. Four
generic white women. Who's the fourth?
Wolf, Laffy, Azalea, Lou.
Oh no, because Wolf's got the mask.
Oh, well, she's a...
Function,
Okay.
right? Okay. I mean,
Yeah.
Three and a
yeah.
half generic white woman.
Okay, Wolf is a half...
Yeah, but under the mask, she's still a generic white woman.
Yeah. Okay. So she brings
We're all generic at heart.
Mhm.
over. She brings out one and cheese platter, and you can get.
Hell yeah, and Rivitas.
We can't
Yeah,
stop talking about
right,
food again.
You guys, the ability. So basically, she says it's like 5 silver a room. This is not expensive. There are enough rooms for all of you. There's no big kind of ensuite place. He says like, well, in fact, there's like enough rooms for like. Hang on.
There's 7 of us.
There are 4 rooms available.
Well, I think...
and-
I was going to say Wolf, Laughing, Rusty, and 1, and then it's easy.
Yeah, Wolf, Flattery, and Rusty
Unless
one.
someone else wants to share.
As like Riptide says to his hey, do you want to be back, mates?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, cool, nice. She says, I think,
My
and
passive
then-
insight is 16.
yeah, she's like,
Fist bump.
yeah, this one, yeah. So she's, so the food comes out. It's very.
Wolf will pay for the... I guess... Was it be 3 or 4 rooms?
It'll be 2 gold for bed and board. So if you get a meat
Wolf will pay 2 gold. Just give her
glass
back.
for one, it's not a lot of money.
Yeah.
You could probably equally
Yeah.
probably claim this back. You're on work. This is work. This is a work trip for you. So
That's
yeah,
fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a work expense.
So you get your bread and board, and like you're in there, like your table in the corner. There's a handful of other people dotted around, like they're all having their own conversation. So you sat there, and like I don't know what did the conversation turn to? I'm sure a glass of Vino de Blanc, and I don't know, a hot ham sandwich. That sounded awful when I said that, and it wasn't menu. That's just like
it's upsetting.
It sounded
I don't know
terrible.
why. It's a ham
Upsetting.
sandwich, like a fresh, like a
James.
sandwich of something.
James. A hot ham sandwich.
Oh,
ham
that
sandwich.
wasn't what
That's
as soon as I said it, I was like, why did that sound so? It's like I don't know.
I think it was the double H.
I
think it was-
It's just like
Fucking
This is like smooth hands all
ham.
over again.
Peru just vanished.
It was the hot
yeah.
ham sandwich. Yeah, that wasn't.
It was the hot ham
Okay.
sandwich. James, I think it was the double H and the image of like I don't even want to. It's just not nice
Like
image
a
of my.
steaming pink
Yeah.
meat sandwich.
Okay, steaming pig meat sandwich. Okay, so it's like a roast pork sandwich.
Okay, I'm no
Much
longer
better,
hungry.
Much better. A roast pork sandwich. If you want it, if not, there is like breads and cheeses and like fruits. It's
Sounds like
ample
crabs and
food.
cheese. Yeah.
You can't bring it into the copper lepers. You cannot bring
I
out
think, I think Laffy would be like. I assume there's like. What does it look like on the inside? Would there be like an armchair?
Yes, 100%. They're like squishy old chairs.
Yeah.
Loads of them.
So I picture Laffy just like curled up in an armchair, maybe with like Rusty sitting on a knee, and she's just like resting her head on top of his, and just like she's just very solemn.
Yeah, he's like, I think he's enjoying the attention. I won't lie. He's like he was sad. Like he was unhappy that he couldn't do like most things for him. He can fix by hitting it with a sword, and like this is a brain thing, and he has not got the clout for. And so he's like, when he realizes like quite how upset you are, he's like, yes, but we'll keep looking for her, right? What if we see her tomorrow?
Maybe.
But we'll just keep an eye out, yes. We just ask everywhere we go. Until we find her. And then when we go back home, we can bring her back.
She'll probably just give him like a fake smile.
White person smile.
You need to roll for deception.
Yeah, actually, yeah. Let's do it.
13?
That beats it for him. He's a passive. 11. He's still like he'll still give you the affectionate stuff there. He's still like he's bummed out, but he's like being optimistic about it.
Yeah.
Well, did the conversation turn to anything else before you guys retire to bed?
With me and Rusty? No.
Well, no, just as a group.
Alright, okay.
Well, Wolf would clearly want to say something to Laffy, but probably wait until they're in the room. So probably just idle chit chat unless someone has anything. More pressing.
The Riptide would bring up would be like, hey guys, right, I know it's like not going to happen, but what about if those? What if they hatched? What would you call it? What would you call a pet dragon? If you had one right now, what would you call a pet dragon?
Well, I think it depends on the gender of the dragon and the type.
Well, yeah, let's say
How would you know the gender of the dragon once it's born? Don't they have internal genitalia?
I have no idea.
No one's been there lifting up the dragon's skits, right?
Oh, jeez.
I'm not sure.
Well, okay. So you got two. You got a boy. You got a girl.
Okay.
So what would you call them? So let's go with the colours. You got gold. You got silver. You got copper. And you got
bronze and copper.
Yeah. I mean, we can't all call them Goldie. You know what I mean?
No, yeah.
No. Trying to go for
Even
like
then,
a proper
I think
old school.
we could do better than just calling them what colour they are.
Yeah.
Looks at Rusty.
Yeah. Oblivious.
Meh.
Yeah, I think. What about like? I think maybe I don't even
Steve.
know.
Steve.
Like, you just say Dean.
Steve.
Steve. I thought
Steve the Silver
Dean.
Dragon.
Yeah.
Steve the Silver Dragon.
And Doris the Bronze Dragon.
Doris. I don't know. I don't think they inspire the right amount of awe and you know.
But I think that's just it. Someone goes, well, Doris lives next door, and you go, okay, I'll go grab a cup of sugar from her, and then it's a dragon.
Yeah, that's subverting the expectations. I like it.
I suppose. That's better than I heard some of the names.
What about like? No.
I was saying that some of the names we heard from what were they called? The Chloride Path. They had some.
Oh yeah, let me find my list. Hold on, they were terrible.
Yeah.
They were so shit.
Yeah, they were so bad.
It's like someone made them up on the spot. I don't think they did that.
No, I'm sure that they were lost.
Scrolling up. This is ages ago. Fucking hell. There was Uma Nimjar.
Yeah, that's not a good name.
Rith, R-I-T-H.
Yeah,
Rith's not terrible.
It's not bad.
I don't even know if I can pronounce this. Clau Aleandusk.
Clau Aleandusk. It sounds like a Madonna song.
I have that.
No, Lady Gaga. On it, Lady Gaga.
There was Ix Otham.
Ix Otham. That's not as good.
Ix isn't terrible, but
yeah,
there was Alcan.
The Otham gives me the.
Give me the Alcan. I can.
Yeah.
One of the two. Yeah. Bala. Akan Bala or something.
Oh well. I don't know. I just I think it's I don't know.
It's like naming a dog a human name. It's sort of funny.
Yeah. I'll probably give it a traditional Elvish name. Oh well, I haven't got any ideas. I just wondered because it might happen. Four little dragon buddies.
That'd be a lot.
It'd be a lot if somebody started a fight with you and you had four little dragon buddies.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
Wonder what they eat.
I don't know what they call them.
Anyway, well, about time for me to hit the old dusty trail up the stairs to bed and shit. Yeah, I'm gonna give an early night. It's been a bit of a bummer today. I found it out, but yeah. Well, you guys in the morning, and Riptide goes to wash and brush her teeth and floss and whatever else she does.
Good dental care.
With dental care, she's got beautiful teeth. Takes a lot of
Beautiful.
time. Beautiful. Beautiful. Is anyone else doing anything before bed?
I need to find someone to do my creepy candle rituals that won't scare Riptide.
Do it in the
Oh
bathroom.
no, she would have seen it because you remember you were in like her trailer for like 5 days. Not 5,
Oh,
like
yeah,
2 or 3 days
okay.
coming back. She would have seen all of that stuff and be well into it.
Oh, she's pinky.
I wanna have.
No, it was just like
wolf-
she's fascinated.
Yeah.
Because
Like
it's
what
never
she
seen it
did,
before,
and her
like-
fingers in the hot candle wax or something.
And she's like, I heard about this before. Like I seen, I had a, well, I won't say girlfriend, but I had a, she liked that a lot.
Yeah, I've seen your box, Riptide.
You not seen my box.
Wait, not that kind of box.
Oh, sorry, what?
No, you've not seen my box. It's a basket anyway. It's not a box. It's a basket.
Okay, basket.
I've seen your. I'm adding that to the quotes channel.
Thank
I've
you.
seen your box, Riptide.
Yeah.
Can that be the name of the
It's
episode?
okay. It's amazing. I was just
box.
like, because like my sister, right? My sister, she's like a little bit like Effie, she's like druid stuff, and she, She,
So Riptide
like,
is still down here. That's...
No, this is like I imagine her and Azalea having this conversation. Like I don't know if it's in private
Oh, okay.
or whatever. I suppose we can have it from the group. No, my sister, she's like druidy, a little bit like Leffy, but it was like more water, and she could like a fish and shit. And so she she'd do this magic stuff as well. But no, this is totally new. This is much cooler. My sister, she's just bit of a drongo. Anyway, right, I'm gonna go and lost. I'll see you in a bit.
I was like mentally trying to like. I forget what that means. Is it an offensive word?
No, drongo's like an idiot.
Okay, perfect.
Just an idiot.
Well, before we go to sleep, I want to start getting taught Draconic by Wolf.
Okay, just for clarity, right, and just for the scope of what you're asking Wolf to teach you, it would be like you turning around to a who lived in Japan and say, "I would like to learn Japanese tonight," and they would be like,
Well, Wolf
"Okay,
does know
here-
Draconic.
No,
yeah,
start.
no, I know.
Start
Like,
learning.
like,
I
here
know
are
it's not a one night thing.
4 weeks. Yeah. This is hello. This is goodbye. This is my name is, and this is please stop eating me.
This is hello.
Yeah.
This is goodbye.
Yeah.
It's disgusting.
So it
But
would be a
I
long
think Draconic
process.
just sounds disgusting in my head. It's just like
That
all
would-
guttural throat noises.
Yeah, it would be. It would be. I'm going to say a couple of weeks to get any kind of grasp on it. But it's a thing you can definitely like as yoga. If it's something you want to do, you can start learning it so we can add a language to your thingy. But definitely we can start doing.
Yes,
but it'll be
I
okay.
want to start doing that.
I think as they start doing that, Laffy just kind of like quietly goes to bed, like goes into the room.
I think seeing Laffy go up, Wolf would continue fucking making throat noises. But I think
Then
she
we
would
see her
see,
lights.
she would see Laffy
Oh, but I-
upstairs and just say,
I want to say something so bad.
and just in Laffy's head, just say, I'll be up soon. Just
I'll be obliged here.
it's not. I'll be upstairs soon. I'm just gonna see if I can do this. Is it like a
What's Lou
smile?
doing? Is anything? You have a room, by the way. There is no well in sight, and no.
Disappointed. Worst town ever. Well, Lou is furiously writing on a paper, trying to find a way to explain her everything without trying to make it sound depressing or horrible. And she has grabbed like 5 versions of how to tell a story.
So, like her history, you mean?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's interesting. That again is like it's quite a lot to cover. So I will leave it up to you how much you get down in like a couple of hours, like 2 or 3 hours. If you're writing flat out for 2 or 3 hours and it's a story you could probably write like 4 or 5 sheets of paper on it, but it would like the quality would vary quite a lot. I don't know what check I would ask you to make. Maybe performance. I think performance or persuasion.
Say that
I
she
would-
has scrapped so many versions of her story that she ends up with "I was raised and born in nets," and that's where that's all she gets in hours of work.
Okay. Okay, so there's lots of scrap paper. Okay, so everyone retreats to their boudoirs. Wolf and Laffy. Well, what's Laffy doing? Because when Rusty's been quiet as well, like he's not his usual buoyant self. So he gets to the room, like places armor in the corner, brushes teeth, picks his ears, whatever it is he does, and then like be very reluctant to get into the bed by himself. He'd basically like just try and stay in the middle of the bed if he could get away with it.
Yeah.
Presumably that would be okay for a bit until Wolf got in. I don't know what happened there, but like he would be very quiet and reflective and just kind of like be just around.
Would she notice it? Her passive
Yeah,
is...
it's very clear. Like if you're in a room with someone who's like, I mean, both of you are upset. It's not like
the air would be like heavy with just like ugh. So I think she'd just be like,
unusual for this to happen. Like it's a normal reaction to unpleasant news, but like he's glum. He's down in the dumps. You're glum. You're down in the dumps. Like a dog who like got the tail trapped under something. He just wants to be. I know we keep referring to him as a dog, but he's very, very emotionally complicated person.
Mm-hmm.
It's not just Wolf suffering today.
Yeah, I think she'd just be like, "You okay?"
I just think I might be a bit tired. Just a bit sad. I wanted to find the parent.
Me too.
We'll find it tomorrow then, or the day after, I'm sure.
Well, she'd like actively gulp. Rusty, it's not a guarantee that we'll find her, but we will
we'll
keep
try
looking.
Though, right?
Of course, yeah.
And if at first you don't succeed, try again.
I don't want you to be sad if we don't find her.
Well, we just have to keep looking.
Yeah.
She'll turn up eventually. But after that, I think I'd like to, if you finish your glottal stops and your whatever else it is that bloody draconic is.
Probably I just pictured being disgusting. But yeah, I think Wolf would excuse herself from downstairs, probably with Kudo and Lou still there, and sort of head up to the room. Just sort of, even though I know she's showing them, just like knock on the door.
Come in.
Yeah.
Housekeeping.
Housekeeping. No, and then just sort of like walk in and slowly close the door. Just see this probably very tense and.
I think they'd just be in like a puddle. They'd just be like in a puddle on the bed, just like.
I think Wolf would sort of see that and just take off the mask and just like remove any of the armor she's wearing so she's more comfortable.
We'll keep the crossbow.
No. She puts that on her bedside table into the desk. No, she probably just like walks in, does all that, and sort of just like sits on the side of the bed, just next to Laffy, but close to both of them. He just probably knows exactly the conversation they had. He just says,
I feel like
yeah,
to try, because Laffy's like, I think one of the main things is that like she isn't used to these kind of like more like negative emotions, if you will. She tries to be very upbeat. I feel like in an attempt to like cheer everybody up, she just like goes, "Psst, Rusty, watch this," and like takes because she's still got the eyes of charming, so she just takes them out of her bag and like puts them on Wolf's face just to see what Rusty does.
Wolf does a silly face.
Yeah. Obviously, he's not, he's a realized and sentient creature, but he is distracted momentarily.
Yeah.
I should just say
there are a few giggles had to break the tension.
Mm-hmm.
We'll just take the glasses off and hands them back to Laffy.
Rusty will creep into his cot bed and remove himself from the conversation. If there is any conversation you would like to have.
Well, I honestly don't mind if I was going to say it to both of them anyway, but I think sort of because obviously yours doesn't. I assume he doesn't fall asleep instantly. He probably quickly.
No.
So I think just
I
think there's softly out loud. Wolf would just be saying, "It's obviously never nice to not succeed, but it's not a fail. We did what we could, and we searched, we looked around, and it's just a part of living. Failing, it's gonna happen one time or another, whether it's all in one day or spread out across years. It's just for both. It's all right to not be 100% all the time, and it's all right to trip. It's all right to fall down. It's all right to miss a step. Thanks, James. But just no, I wouldn't call this a fail. I think it's just not a complete success, but I will do everything I can to find her, and if we can't, which I think we will, we can talk to the family in Haven or and see what we can do to help.
Laffy would just look over at Rusty, see if that, helped him, because she's not doing great.
No, I think he's probably a little bit, I would say, surprised but dejected by the. He's very up to. He's convinced himself that if it isn't today, it'll be tomorrow. If it isn't tomorrow, it'll be the day after, the kind of thing. He's just going to keep trying to keep pressing ahead.
Mm-hmm. Well, we all know Wolf's not very good at those sort of speeches, so she's probably just speaking her mind. So she probably just looks down and is a bit embarrassed. I don't really know what to suggest, except we just look where we can and take it one step at a time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, we'll leave it there, but just as Wolf and Laffy are drifting off to sleep, and everyone's dozing off, they're Wolf, you remember from, it's only a few days ago, just before your birthday in fact, Laffy had shown introduced everyone to her erstwhile butterfly dude of Chicken, and the you'd seen it. It was a weird thing, and it'll be not a surprise for you maybe to see this creature floating in midair in front of you, just before you drift off to sleep.
Probably immediately she's her probably eyes slightly open, just shakes her head confused.
Mm-hmm. So Laffy's drifting off. If she's meant to say, you don't really know. Elf sleep's weird, but she hasn't reacted to this thing. This is maybe something only you can see at the moment. And there's this, when you're communicating, someone replies back in your head, you get that feeling again. But there's this, when Chicken speaks to you, there's a weight to the words. It's much heavier and more it's that maybe it's the only way they can communicate. It just feels heavier in your mind.
But, at least she's used to it. So.
Yeah. And there's this phrase that comes out that maybe you've heard before.
Sorry.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Not expecting that.
That was Chicken. That's crazy.
Chicken.
That was Rusty farting.
Yeah,
What?
all laughing.
Hey!
But as you say there, you hear this just basically is communicating and bounces around the inside of your head. Keep her away from Greencrest. And we'll end it there.